Well, hello, baby. How are we all doing? Got my smoothie on the go. Unbelievable, Jeff. Got some blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, banana, and milk. Oh, unbelievable stuff. All right. This week I've been non-stop with work, but my soul is telling me to go live today. So here I am. I'm going to discuss how your thoughts dictate your reality, the power of the mind, amongst other things. So the power of the mind is huge, isn't it? I wrote about it in my book, which I'm going to get finished by the end of April. I'm going to really put my mind to it and get it finished. Clow, happy Saturday. The beautiful thing today is I don't have any work. I was going to coach and I was like, Adam, no, you need some time for yourself, mate. Even though I've gone live now. I told you I go live when I feel inspired. Today I feel inspired. Kane, I'm all good. I'm all good. Started my new job this week as a private tutor, and it went really well. Unfortunately, it's only going to be over a 7-week period, but it's incredible. I'm actually excited to go to work, and there's very few people in this world who are actually excited to go to work. So it's good. And this weekend I can chill out, and then next week back to the grind. Really, really busy next week, but I always say I'd rather be busy than bored. So, hey, Nayan, hope you're good, mate. Hope everybody's good today. So I'm going to hey, Krish, I don't know if I can, I'm going to call you Krishna. Hey, mate, hope you're well. Scripted sports to the point. Hey, mate, if you have a YouTube page or anything and you want to promote yourself, just do it in the chat. Sounds like a name like that, you probably have a page. Messi Decode, date of birth, 24/6/87. Wow, so he's broke down the numerology. Do you know Messi was born on the anniversary of Freemasonry being founded in England? 24th of June. And he's supposedly the GOAT. What are the chances of that? Enlek MCG, hello. Lost all money on esports every day. You play electronic sports. Can you gamble on esports? I don't get any pleasure out of playing video games or watching them or watching TV at all. I've never really cared about video games. When I was a kid, I wanted to be out playing sports. I was never a big video game guy. And definitely not now. The kid I was coaching, she played on like this video game on the Xbox for about 20 minutes. I was like, these graphics are pretty incredible, but I don't know, just seeing people just staring at a screen, it doesn't sit right with me. Even though I'm doing that right now, but it's different, isn't it? So I'm going to discuss how your thoughts dictate your reality. This is a really important topic for me because it's basically why I started writing a book. When I was getting into my book, the first topics were about psychology and the power of the mind and the subconscious and cognitive dissonance and fear, all these topics, which I find intriguing. I studied sports psychology a little bit at university. 15 in the live, 6 likes, 9/11, 156 prime. Man United lost today. It was another 10, mate. I know Lampard stayed on 49 career losses, and today's date is 4-9. I think Everton, did they get to 28 points? And 28 is a perfect number. The sum of 56, and Manchester's 56, big number with Man United. But I was shocked with that. I thought United were going to probably take that game, to be honest. I was shocked. So what are United on? I've said, didn't I say how long ago? 4 months ago, or maybe more, slightly less, that the Ajax coach, Erik ten Hag, will take over at United. A lot of people laughed at me. Well, I think he will, and he might even do it. Oh my God, I just got my 10th like talking about Erik ten Hag. And that game finished 1-0 today. So many 1-0s. You had Newcastle winning 1-0 like 10 to become 10 points clear of the relegation zone. You had somebody took away my 10th like. Here they go again, YouTube. Here they go again. And then it's just reappeared. And did you see England's women team beat Macedonia 10-0 yesterday? Another 10-0 that they've done. Like, and somebody made a good point. They said, when did Macedonia become North Macedonia? When did that go down? So they beat them 10-0. B. Mead scored 4 goals. I don't even know Ellen White. I've heard of Ellen White. Scored after 41 minutes. Of course, England scored after 56 as well. So there's been lots of 10 rituals. Did you see Will Smith has been banned from the Oscars for 10 years? Did you see that? Did you read about that? I've been talking about 10 like longer than anybody in this community. And I know I always say that. It might annoy you, but I've been nailing 10. Who won the MVP in the Super Bowl? It was number 10, Cooper Kupp, wasn't it? Number 10. There's so many 10s just floating around. So, yeah, I feel like that number, which is connected to Satan, because Satan gets you 55 and 10. In Gematria, and 55 is the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. These 10s are floating around. Like, the World Cup final will probably finish 1-0, to be honest with you. Arsenal losing 1-0. Who they're playing? I don't even... I've told you I really don't care about the Premier League now. With the early games in the Premier League... do you remember I told you? This pisses me off, actually. If you've been watching my lives, I didn't even realize I didn't look enough. If you've been watching my lives, do you remember me saying that Chelsea would definitely beat Southampton? Does anyone? I'm speaking to myself. I said in my last live, Chelsea will definitely beat Southampton, definitely. And they're winning 6-0. They're winning 6-0. So Chelsea last week lost to Brentford in a massive ritual connected to the Queen. I said that they would definitely beat Southampton, the Saints. They're winning 6-0. Adam, why am I always right in my live and then sometimes don't post it? Mason Mount with a brace, of course. The Nazis scoring, Werner and Kai Havertz. Oh, man, guys, I was so hard on Chelsea in my last live that they were going to beat the Saints like a gimme. It's a joke. Guys, professional sports are an absolute joke. I've told you at this point, I just want to bring them down. I just want to bring them down. If that means I lose Patreons, I've said, so be it. I want to bring down these sports. So somebody's saying Satan was a female angel. We know Lucifer is a fallen angel. Not sure if Satan's female, but who knows at this point? Who knows? It's outrageous, my friend. Hey, Harris. Hey, Happy Face Man. Hey, Mansa. So my mate, Flinny, some people might get annoyed with this comment, but I think he makes a valid point. So back in the day when you used to talk about like England's top goal scorers when it came to football, you'd always talk about the men. Like the list would be made up of men, and that was the reality. But I've told you the whole world is pushing feminism, and it's all by intention. I discussed that in my wrestling video, which a lot of people enjoyed, so thank you. People want me to do more content about wrestling. I could talk about it all day. But so he sent me England's all-time goal scorers. Wayne Rooney with 53, which is interesting. As Queen Elizabeth got coronated in 53. And then you've got Ellen White, who's probably a bloke, with 50 goals. Sir Bobby Charlton, anybody with Sir in front of the name, is a Mason. Then you've got Harry Kane, Gary Lineker, and Kelly Smith. They never used to do that. But they're doing it now. Yeah, Chelsea winning 6-0, mate. I said they would win, and I didn't post on Patreon, which is a little frustrating. I didn't think they'd beat them 6-0, but again, it's whatever the ritual is. It's whatever the ritual is, isn't it? Chelsea get beat by Brentford, then get beat by Madrid, and then they just go to Southampton and put 6 past them away. I've just seen Brighton's 2-0 now. What's going on with Arsenal? Like, are they just taking the energy of the Arsenal fans? It looked like they were going to finish in the top 4. So Tottenham play Villa. I have not looked at this game with Tottenham and Villa. Let me have a look. 36, 12. I don't know. I'm not even going to make a guess for this one. But it would not shock me in the slightest if Villa end up winning it to keep it really close between Arsenal and Spurs. It's what they like to do. It's what they like to do. Energy, which I'll discuss heavily. Beautiful smoothie, guys. Can't beat a smoothie. They fill you up and they're good for you. All right. I'm going to read out something that one of my Patreons, RY, who's a beautiful soul, he left this comment and I'm going to read it out. I think it's amazing. Power of the mind, guys, it's so big. So let me read this out. So he said this. A guy watched two dogs go into a building at separate times. One came out happy and panting and wagging his tail. The other dog came out angry and barking and snapping. The guy wondered what in one building could have changed these dogs so differently. So he went in and saw it was full of mirrors wall to wall. So when the first dog went in, he saw lots of happy waggy dogs and it made the dog happy. But when the other dog went in, he just saw angry, growling, barking, nasty dogs. You are the energy you give out. Peace and love to you all. And I thought, wow, that is so true. And it gave me chills. These type of comments give me chills now, which they didn't before. I've always appreciated words, to be honest, but not like now. And it is so true. The energy that you give out is the energy you receive most of the time. So there's a reason why the media always promote negative stories all the time. Okay? Negativity. Bringing your frequencies down, all by intention, guys, because your thoughts dictate your reality. I think with COVID, so many people got sick because they were thinking about being sick. If you actually study the placebo effect, if you convince your brain that this medication is going to make you healthy, the doctor's told you, you've read about it, that is actually what makes you better. I don't think it's the medication. It's the placebo effect. Your brain convincing you that everything's going to be okay. So the power of our thoughts, man, just unbelievable. Yeah, somebody's saying berries give you brain power. I've got raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, banana here. And I've got a load of it. I always make enough so I have two. And it sets you up nicely. Lucifer statue of, yeah, people do say the Statue of Liberty is Lucifer, which makes sense. You know what liberty is? Basically, do as thou will, whatever. That's what they refer to with liberty. Not freedom, the land of the free. It's basically do whatever you want with no consequences, is what they're saying. Jesuits equals the Dark Ages, yes. Harris is saying the law of attraction makes so powerful. The law of attraction is incredibly powerful. And the topic we should discuss a little bit here. Let's discuss it. It's pseudoscience, isn't it? So basically, the law of attraction is based on the belief that positive or negative thoughts bring positive or negative experiences into a person's life. It's so true. So I was coaching on Thursday, just a private class, with a kid who's pretty new to football, but he wants to get better. And his dad was there watching it. And as the session was going on, the kid was gradually getting better and better. And when I coach, I just coach with so much passion. So when he does something good, I'm like, yes, go on, son. Like I do that, like it's insane. So he started smiling. I was smiling. His dad's smiling. The people running around the running track heard me and the passion in my voice and me smiling. They started smiling. And I don't even think they understand what I was saying because it was in English. Obviously, I'm in Mexico. I know a lot of people here are bilingual, but by me just spreading that positive energy, everyone started smiling. It was crazy. It was beautiful. It's just the way that I coach. It's my style. And you just start to appreciate how powerful it is what you say. your facial expressions, if you smile at people, like opening a door for somebody, little tiny things that make all the difference. Have a great day. Just saying that to somebody. It makes a big difference. And I really think that every good deed that you do helps the rest of the world without them realizing it. I really do believe that now. I do think we are all synced within this universe. And if the majority of people lived their life in a positive manner and cared about their fellow man, the world we'd live in would be a completely different reality. But a lot of people live in fear. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people compete with other people, which is fine occasionally to compete with other people, but just constantly trying to get over on somebody is not healthy, in my opinion. So I'm going to really heavily talk about psychology today. I'll respond to your comments. Tell-a-vision brings down your frequencies. Yeah. Or tell-a-vision. I think it's better that one, tell-a-vision, which is what they do. I've said, I don't know for how long I've said now, get rid of your TV. And people might say, who are you to tell me to get rid of my TV? It's my choice. I get all of that. But I'm telling you, just from personal experience, me getting rid of all my TVs and not watching TV has brought my consciousness levels to a different level and my frequency. Like, I just focus on being positive now. I know you have certain times in your day where you're tired or you're fed up. But again, when you are feeling fed up, it's on you to do something about that. If I'm ever fed up, which is really rare, I jump on my bike. I'll call one of my friends who makes me laugh. I always talk about the in-betweeners all the time. I'll watch the in-betweeners best bits for 10 minutes to make me laugh, to get me out of it. It's so easy to just lay in your bed and be miserable and tell yourself how much your life sucks and how your job sucks and your relationship sucks. You have to do something about it. Your thoughts dictate your reality. If you're constantly thinking how negative everything is, you will have a negative existence. Turn that frown upside down. Mr. White, I just give you a big shout out, mate. They say Satan was God's most beautiful angel. That applies to females. Yeah, I've read that as well, mate. It's very true. I don't know if it's true, but I've read it. Adam, do you ever regret being so awake? Do you think life would be easier if you were still asleep? Great question. Keep getting asked it. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. I don't regret it. I think it was meant to happen. Do I occasionally have moments where I wish that I was back living in the Matrix? Occasionally. It's very rare. It's very rare, but occasionally, like the upcoming World Cup, I remember how excited I would be for major tournaments like the World Cup. Now I won't watch any game. That kind of sucks. But again, after a while, it's like I'm happy that I don't watch professional sports anymore. It's hard sometimes to go on like dates or connect with people now. I used to find it really easy to connect with anybody, could be friends with anybody. But now, unless that person is helping me grow or making me laugh or challenging me, I can't be around that person. It's very hard for me. That's been the most difficult thing. So a lot of the things I do now are by myself. However, I work a lot. So when I'm coaching, I'm surrounded by kids, parents. When I'm teaching, I have that connection. But when it comes to like friends and hanging out and going clubbing and doing all that stuff, I'm not interested anymore. But I do have a few days where I'm like, I wish I just didn't see everything that I saw. Because the world was a little bit easier, if you want to use the word easy, before my awakening. But I don't want to go through life where everything's easy. I want to be challenged. I challenge myself every single day to get better, to learn something new. So have I had regrets about it? Yes. In general, am I blessed that I've had this awakening? Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it could be stopped. It was going to happen because I didn't go searching for it. I didn't go on like a retreat trying to find myself. I was really happy with who I was. I had a beautiful wife, a beautiful house, great job. I ticked every single box you can imagine for a guy living the dream in today's modern society. I ticked every single box. But it wasn't enough for me because that's not why we're here. We're here to work on the inside, not what we have on the outside. People forget that with all the materialism in the world. We're here to grow on the inside and to connect and help others grow on the inside. That's why we're here. That's my deep purpose at this point. The financial aspect to what I do, it just happens. It's part of the process. I didn't go searching, trying to make money through decoding and inspiring. That's not why I did it. It happened. And I was speaking to my friend Andy, who I love to bits, last night. I actually went out with him. We had a good chat. He's actually getting married this year. He asked me what date he should get married. And I gave him a date. I said, do 11/22 master numbers. I said, yeah, JFK was assassinated supposedly on that date, but get married November the 22nd. So he is. And I said to him last night, I said, Andy, because he works in education, he decided to leave the education system to be a private tutor. He's done really well, but he took a big gamble by leaving his stable job. But more and more parents are taking the kids out of school and wanting to be homeschooled or get a private tutor. And I said to him, I said, mate, I turned down so much work and it just didn't feel right. And now finally I accepted a gig to be a private tutor and it feels like it was meant to be. It was perfect. There's a reason why I turned down all the other offers. And he said, you've been rewarded by the universe, Adam, because you had faith in yourself. You knew that you wanted more. You had faith. You didn't just take what you were offered. And I have a lot of faith and belief in my talent. And I won't just take what's offered to me. It has to feel right from within now. I listen to my spirit, my soul, my intuition. I really listen to it. And if it don't feel right, I got offered a job actually for a crazy amount of money. I said, no, it didn't feel right. I could have made a ton of money. I was like, no, something not right about this. Mansa's birthday is November the 22nd, mate. Hope you have a wonderful day. My birthday is coming up, actually. My birthday's in 5 days. My birthday's in 5 days, 7 days before the Queen's, eh? Why are Arsenal losing? I didn't look into the game, but it's all ritual, mate. So I've just seen Southampton are going to be staying on 36 points. And did it finish 6-0? Or are they still playing? If it finishes 6-0, Southampton stay on 36 points. The square root of 36 is 6. And Chelsea just put 6 past them. 6 and 36 go hand in hand. 6 times 6 is 36. Church of Salem founded in 66, 666, the 36 triangular number. It's hard to get your head around the fact that practically all these games are determined by rituals and very often satanic ones. It's hard to process. You guys have to remember, hey, Alan, hope you're well. I'm good. You're loving the decodes. Thank you, mate. When it comes to my decodes, I just do my very best. Whether it's decoding wrestling, decoding professional sports, decoding potential death dates, decoding whatever it may be, the daily headlines, I do my very best. And that's all I can do. I came to that conclusion a few weeks ago. I was like, Adam, you're very good at what you do. You do your best for the community. You're not going to be perfect because we're not designed to be perfect. Just keep doing what you're doing. You'll have amazing days, shitty days, credible months, poor months. It's part of the journey. And whoever's meant to be on this journey with me will be on it. Whoever's meant to stay with me on Patreon will stay with me. Whoever's not will leave. I have that mindset now. I don't get too down on myself if people leave. I don't get too hyper when people sign up to me. It's just, it is what it is. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. So Clau, who smiles a lot, amazing girl, she said laughter is the best medicine. I try and make people laugh all the time. Like I told you, I will not lose my inner child. I can be very serious and intense, but my word, I am a child at heart. I'm a child at heart, and it's just beautiful stuff. It's why I like being around kids, especially funny ones, and obviously adults. But there's not many of them, is there? There's not many funny adults anymore. Everyone's so intense and serious, or politically correct. Kids just say what they think, man. They truly do. Homeschooling is the way forward in the satanic system. I agree, mate. I agree. The education system is a joke. School's not a joke. School could be glorious. I say this all the time. School isn't a joke or satanic. The education system is. So is the pharmaceutical industry. That is sick. The food industry has become sick. You are what you eat. You've heard that expression. And most of us eat shit, junk. And they intentionally make the unhealthy foods cheap and the healthy foods expensive. If they really cared about our health and our well-being, it would be the opposite way round. They don't want us to grow our own food. That's the reality. They don't. These people, guys, whoever they are running the show, in my opinion, they're demonically possessed, to be honest, because I don't think the average human can do what they do. I think they are possessed. They are doing Satan's work, because this is Satan's realm. It is when you read about it. It is Satan's realm, Earth. Look for Shane Lowry to finish in exactly third place this weekend. PGA Tour has many easy riddles. Sun Jae-in leader after round one, and we have Korean Zombie in the UFC main card. No coincidences. Great work. For me, Scotty's going to win the Masters. I know he's the favourite and he's leading, but I coded him this morning. I'll be really shocked if he doesn't win it. You can still get him at plus money, but it's low odds for a golfer. But he has really good numbers, and it's connected to the Pope. It is connected to the Pope and Super Bowl 56. We got the Grand National today. I'm not going to go into my code for it. Obviously, if I call that, it'll be incredible. But calling the Grand National winner, for me, is either incredibly lucky or you're aware that it's completely rigged. Because these people who own these horses, the likes of Sir Alex Ferguson, who's a warlock, they know who's going to win. They know who's going to win. That's why money for these people, it don't mean anything. They can get as much money as they want, especially if they know all these outcomes. Did he? I wonder if he read my code. Bally go backwards. That's interesting. Was his code similar to mine? Or was it different? Because I do know in this community that when you do get really good at it, I am really good at this. Bally go backwards is really good at this. Zach Hubbard's really good at this. A few other people are really good at this. That you will find similar things because you have a gift for it. But did he put the same things that I did, or did he go a different way? I'm interested to know that. Let me read some of these comments here. All right. Thoughts become feelings, and feelings become behaviors. As a psychologist, I can promise you, if you change your internal dialogue, you initiate a process that will change your life. Proverbs 23:7. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Wow. Somebody said we need to find a spiritual booster shot for the thought virus. I think the biggest virus is the virus on our brain, to be honest with you. Again, I've told you, when you think about being sick and they push it in the media every single day. Well, they're not now, are they really? It disappeared for a while when the war came about. There wasn't pushing the virus in the media for at least a month. It's coming back now. It's on its way back, but that's what was making people sick, thinking about being sick. That's why if you think about being happy, you think about positive things, there's more chance of them happening. That's why manifestation is so important, whether it's writing it down or saying it out loud. Golden rule, guard your energy. Humanity is simply experiencing downloads from all its actions. The great universe is far more vast, magnificent, and wiser than all of us. I agree with that. You learn to accept the universe is far more magnificent, wiser, grander than any man or any group, whether it's the Freemasons, the Jesuits, the Illuminati. They can't touch the universe or the creator. They can't. And I think it's on us to ascend, guys, to higher dimensions. And that's through consciousness, Christ consciousness, which is within us, which has been hidden from us by distractions like the media, like sports. The food that we eat is not helping us to ascend at all. So we're being fed bullshit to our brain through the mainstream. We're getting fed toxic food, which is affecting us dramatically. So, guys, the power of the mind is just off the charts. There'll be some good quotes. That's why I told you Chelsea would get to 62 points, because they've been connected to the Queen. That's what it was. Queen gets you 62, was coronated on 6/2, became the Queen on a date that can be written 6/2, the 6th of February. So I was like, Chelsea definitely win. And I said they would stay on 8 draws and 4 losses, 84, like Prince Philip, like the Jesuit order, Jesuit. What odds were there? I'm not going to let it piss me off, because I did make it clear that I said Chelsea were going to win that game. But if you don't post it, it's like it means nothing, unfortunately. But 2-1 Arsenal just scored, did they? Who scored for them? Odegaard, the Dane. Is he Danish? No, he's Norwegian, isn't he? I think he's Norwegian. Brighton. So it looks like the winning goal maybe came after 66 minutes for Brighton. Of course, 66. I'm thinking all these 10 rituals might have something to do with Greg Dagg's 10-year plan, where he predicted England would win the World Cup. Maybe that's what all the 10s are about as well. If you don't know about that, look into it. What are your thoughts on the astral projection? I don't know enough about it. I can take a look. Astral projection is a term used in esotericism to describe an international out-of-body experience that assumes the existence of a subtle body called an astral body, through which consciousness can function separately from the physical body and travel throughout the astral plane. This sounds incredibly powerful. It sounds incredibly powerful. Out-of-body experiences, guys. Do you ever feel like you've had one of them? An out-of-body experience? I do. I definitely feel like I've had them. I've said right now, I feel like there's something guiding me to do what I do. There's something from within that I don't really have control over. And maybe that's what happens with these politicians, just basically anybody who's truly corrupt. Maybe something has taken over their body, a spirit, a demon. And if there's demons, there's angels. And I ain't saying I'm an angel, because I'm not an angel. I'm not perfect, but I try to acquire knowledge to help others. And these elites, as we call them, the global elite, because they're above us in the pyramid, they acquire all of this knowledge and keep it from us. And that's very demonic, in my opinion. Greetings, Shy Divine. Nice name. Adam, what are your thoughts on fluoride in tap water? Again, to affect our pineal gland, which is our third eye. That's all that is. I don't ever use the tap water, especially being in Mexico. I don't use the tap water. I drink loads of water, but not tap water. It's just, again, it's just truly satanic, guys. Like when you look into the Georgia Guidestones, that's clearly all connected to skull and bones. Open March the 22nd, 322, which is the skull and bones number. Again, Yale. People need to stop looking at that university. Oh, it's so prestigious. Yale. No, it's satanic. It's satanic. Astral projection is a real meaningful experience, especially in deep meditation. I'm going to look deeply into it. Why is 144,000 always influence? I think because there's 1,440 minutes in a day. And the occultists are obsessed with time. I had a chat again with my mate Andy. Have you been to Yale? Never been to Yale. I'm just saying the people who've come out of Yale, George Bush, Clinton, multiple other people, they're corrupt individuals. And that's where Skull and Bones is. The Brotherhood of Death. Another name for Skull and Bones. Somebody's saying you can astral project while sleeping too. I don't know enough about it, but I will next time I go live. 12 months, 12 times 12 is 144. Right, listen. This might sound silly. We're told Jesus had 12 disciples. He actually had 13 because there was Judas. Okay? I did my video about the 13-month calendar. They tell us it's 12. They tell us there was 12 tribes of Israel. There was 13. So it got me thinking last night. My brain doesn't stop. I was like, it wouldn't shock me in some capacity if our days are actually 26 hours long. Talk about 26 all the time. 26 letters in the alphabet. God's 26. It's just a huge number, 26. It's why Kobe and Gianna died the 26th day of 2020. Imagine the day is actually 26 hours and not 24. So it's split into 2 13 hours instead of 2 12s. It wouldn't shock me in the slightest. It wouldn't shock me in the slightest. That would mean that we'd have, 55-minute hours or something. And Satan gives you 55. It got me thinking. It got me really thinking because we've been lied to about everything. Everything. They fed us sprinkles of truth because they have to, but in general, the main things in the world that we believe to be true are lies. So just question as much as you can. So in my book, I talk about the power of the mind. That is one of the most powerful things that you can possess. I thought the mind was the most powerful thing you can possess, but I think it's the soul. I think it's the soul. But the power of the mind is incredibly important. But you need to know how to control your mind. You need to know how to control it, or other people will control it for you. So basically, our mind dictates how we behave. And we can be easily influenced, guys, in this world. Easily influenced. The power of the mind, guys, is huge. I think it's the strongest and most useful power a human possesses. Okay? Your thoughts dictate your reality. It's as simple as that. But what is reality, guys? How do we define reality? What is it? Because to say reality is perception, what is reality? What is real? These type of questions, what is actually real? Other than your soul, is everything else around us just a big show? Like the world's a stage, and sometimes we all take it so seriously when it's just a show. Because we are all conscious creators. I know I'm a content creator. We're conscious creators. We can create consciousness, which creates our reality. And I think basically our reality is determined by universal consciousness. And if the majority of people are living a life that's basically low frequency, and that's the majority, then this reality is a negative experience for many people. And it is. For many people, life is a negative experience when life is beautiful. But most people these days, they're sad, they're miserable, they're depressed, there's financial hardships, they're overweight, they can't connect with people anymore. They gamble in this, that, and the other. Most people are miserable. I've told you, the reason I go to the beach so often, or at least when I wasn't working every minute of the day, was because people were actually happy. Positive energy. And I felt it within me. Go to a supermarket, see zombies walking around. It really brings my energy down. I do not like shopping because everyone's just head down, miserable. And they've done that with school. School should be a beautiful experience, but most kids go there and they're fed up and negative and stressed and tired. That's by intention. It's all by intention. Everything is by intention. Reality is an illusion. Yeah. What is reality? What is real? What else did I? All right. Einstein said this. By the way, I'm going to tell you this. In my book, guys, I put a lot of quotes from Jesuits. Like they're probably Jesuits or part of secret societies, but it doesn't mean that what their quotes are not valid. So what did Einstein say? I said this: it's on us to keep our energy positive and to spread positive frequencies. Einstein said, if he even existed, and I've said, I think if he did exist, he was a female, and Einstein's wife was a bloke. Check out the images online. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want. Notice how he says the reality you want, because maybe there is no universal reality. The reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. And then when we think about quantum physics, guys, they can't prove that there's an external reality. These geniuses, they can't do it. So I said this. I said that our reality is all connected to energy. And I believe the more people who spread positive energy, knowledge, and love, the more we can change our reality to a more connected and loving reality. I put that in my book, and I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. I do believe that if we spread love, truth, knowledge, and we care about each other, rather than just competing against each other, the world will be a better place. Yes, the Orsini's, the Vanguards, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, like the royal family, they have so much power within this reality that they've created. Well, we've helped create it because we've basically participated in their game where they're moving the chess pieces. If we create our own reality through consciousness, this current one ceases to exist. So it's like, but they own this and they own the financials, they own the money system, the monetary system, they own this, they own all the planes, they own the media. Again, we don't need the media. Screw the media. The universe will just organically look after us if we all basically connect. But they don't want that. I agree. Somebody said Nikola Tesla never existed. I agree. I love what the message of Tesla, even though he didn't exist, in my opinion, supposedly died in a hotel room, like staring at pigeons. The whole Tesla Edison thing, where Edison stole Tesla's ideas, this, that, and the other, is a load of bullshit. But the quotes from Tesla about energy, frequency, vibration are incredible. If Tesla existed and he was this incredible guy who really did want free energy and he didn't want to make any money and he cared about humanity, the sad reality is you would have never heard of him. You would never have heard of him. You don't hear of the genuine people. You don't. My whole thing is this. When I was a teacher, I had to teach people about Tesla. And the Rockefellers, guys, they basically have been funding the education system since 1903. They would not put Tesla in there if they wasn't behind Tesla or created Tesla. Because a lot of these characters, these historic figures, never fucking existed. You think they exist because a book told you, or a documentary showed you, and the media is all owned by the same people. They create characters. Okay? I don't really believe anything anymore, historically, unless I've witnessed it. Look what they told us about 9/11, what they told us. I can't get into it. They'll take my video down. But look what they told us about that. Look what they're going to tell us about the death of George Floyd in about 40, 50 years. That George Floyd was a hero. Was he? He was a fictional character, George Floyd. It was a fictional character, and he never died. The whole thing with him was no different to watching a TV show where characters die in it, where a police officer can kill somebody. That's all it was. Ownership is legal possession, a fiction, which means holding it for the crown. Yep, that's very true. Damn, I just cracked the 369 code. Yeah, Tesla, the character, would discuss 3, 6, and 9 and how it would give you a key to the universe. And they do give you X amount of truth, which I've said. This is where people get confused. There's something with the 3, 6, and 9. Especially when you learn gematria, you start to realize the power of 3, 6, and 9, and anything divisible by 3. We know 9 is the number of completion because it's the last single-digit number. So what did he say? He said, if you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe. And it's so funny that Tesla had a Hitler tash, like Charlie Chaplin. They all seem to have Hitler tashes. In regards to electricity, which is basically a natural resource. The whole basically reality we live in is to do with electricity and frequency. Why do we pay for it? We should not be paying for it, and we should not be paying for water. I say this all the time. We should not be paying taxes. It's just social constructs that we've accepted. And we're part of the problem for letting it get to this point without putting a downer on this live. We're part of the problem. By allowing this, by the fact that we've not questioned enough things collectively. Individually, some people, yes. I'm one of those people who went 33 years without really truly questioning anything, just focusing on myself and my loved ones rather than the actual universe. If a dog can't own the hole it digs, nobody can own the dirt it dug up. Oh my word, Sean's on fire today. Why do they create characters? Because they create stories, and basically the elite, they create narratives. And the majority of us believe in those narratives and those stories. That's why they're called new stories. And they dictate our reality. And then if they're aware that these things are fictional, the majority of the world are living in a fake reality, whereas those who are controlling the narratives are not playing along with the fake reality. So that's why they ascend. That's why they are billionaires. That's why they have all this control, because they've not been indoctrinated, these people. They have this sacred knowledge and wisdom that they've hidden from us and basically dumbed us down. There's a lot of dumb people in the world, without being disrespectful. I'm not going to hate on people, but the average person in this world is dumb because of their education system that they've attended, the jobs that they're doing, the fact that they don't question anything, just watching the mainstream media when they have spare time. That doesn't help you grow in any capacity at all. Yeah, 33. I had my awakening at 33. Everybody knows that who follows me. An organic awakening. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic, March the 11th, 2020. Around that time is when I started writing my book. And that's when I had my awakening and started questioning my reality and everything about the world. I was 33, and I was born on 33 date numerology. And just know, mate, 33 is not a bad number. It's an absolutely beautiful, sacred number. It's a master number. Don't let the Masons tell you 33 is a negative number just because that's the highest rank of Freemasonry. They chose that by intention and to mock Jesus, who we're told died at age 33. They want us all gone, according to the Georgia Guidestones. Yep, not all of us, but around 95%. It's not on them. They don't have that power to do that. They don't. Just imagine if the majority of the world just saw through it all. These people, they would get destroyed. It's already starting to happen. The entertainment industry is crashing. How many people watch the Oscars? I didn't even know it was on. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, everyone would be talking about the Oscars. All these things are just big distractions. As soon as they start losing their power with distractions like the mainstream and pro sports, and people start seeing through it, people will have more time to actually think about their reality, about what it is, why we're here, what's our purpose. Do we die? Because we don't. We don't die. The vessel that you're in dies, yeah, but we don't, as spirits. It's what this whole journey is. It's a spiritual journey. Most people don't know that. But one of the devil's biggest tricks is that you're here for one life, you only live once, and then you're dead. One of the devil's biggest tricks. And when you have that mindset, you kind of have the Aleister Crowley occultist mindset. So, yeah, you're here to grow, to ascend. Do I know exactly where you go after this? Do we all go to the same place, different places? I don't think so. I think certain people ascend. There's different dimensions. Again, just like there's different realities within this universe. What makes one person happy makes another person sad. The list goes on with it. So, yeah, we never die. And that is one of the biggest things that I believe now. And that is why I have no fear of anyone or anything. I don't. Whatever happens, however difficult it might get over the next few years or longer, I ain't worried. I'm not going to let my energy get affected by these people who are basically trying to control the way I see the world. And they've been able to do that with the majority of people. Adam, what food do you eat? If this is Ryan who's on my Patreon, I want to say, Ryan, you're an incredible decoder and your work's just getting better and better every single day. What do I eat? A variety of things. Like usually I wake up, I have a smoothie, a couple of smoothies. I eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. I eat too much pasta. Pasta is something I probably eat way too much almost every day, but I do mix it up. I have different sauces, different fillings. I was talking to my friend, Red Pill Monkey, legend. He's been a vegan for 4 years. I know people hate that term, but he's been a vegan for 4 years. He said it's the best thing he ever did. And he's a personal trainer. His body's phenomenal. And he won't eat meat after he watched a documentary about what they do to the animals. I've always loved and appreciated animals. I've never thought about the process of how they get put on my plate, to be honest with you. But I don't know if I can completely give up meat, or it might take time. But I do think protein is important, but you can get protein from a variety of avenues. So I eat a lot of pasta. I probably eat too much bread, probably too much carbs, to be honest. Fish, I eat quite a bit of fish. I had sushi yesterday. I had a fish burger, which is better than a beef burger in my opinion. It's Italian food is my downfall. I eat a lot of Mexican food. I love peppers. I eat a lot of chicken, eggs. Like my diet's fine. Could it be better? Yeah, I occasionally drink alcohol, maybe once or twice a week, but I don't ever drink to get drunk anymore, like when I was younger. Guys, don't fall for their whole thing of eating insects as well, which they're pushing with Agenda 30 and like basically fake meat that's made in a lab. That's not good for you. So what my friend said, Red Pill Monkey, he said this. He said, if you think about it, Illusion or Adam, I don't even know what he calls me. When you're eating an animal, you're eating something that's dead. It's dead. Okay? There's no life to it and it probably got slaughtered. Think how cows get slaughtered. So this whole world's dictated by reality. And if you're putting that negative energy within your body, it's probably not benefiting you. Whereas if you're eating something that's alive and fresh, like I said, you are what you eat. It does make you feel better. The reality is this, whether you like it or not, when you eat healthy, you might not get much personal joy out of it because there's not really much additives in the food that you're eating. But physically and mentally and spiritually, what it does by eating healthy food is life-changing, and drinking lots of water, like genuine water. It really does affect how you feel, your mood. Just like when you're super hungry, it affects your mood massively. So could my diet be improved? Yes. Is it bad? Absolutely not. It's better than the average, in my opinion. I rarely eat junk food. Rarely. I'll occasionally have a chocolate bar with a cup of tea, baby. But I don't want to completely give up meat because that's going to be so dramatic. It might take me time. But I do love vegetables. Like, I could eat vegetables all day. The problem is they go out of date so quickly. And that's the issue with them. Math numbers is a language that's understood by all languages. It's the universal language, rough bastards, who's a legend. Numbers are the universal language. People say it's symbolism. I think it's numbers. I think the language that we use, that we think of with words, is created by the occults. I think back in the day, people didn't use words to communicate at all. I really don't believe people spoke to each other. I think they communicated by their frequency. Like I've said, when you can look at a certain person and know straight away you have a connection with them. Could you read each other's minds? No, but you could probably feed off each other's energy and connect without the words. But words are incredibly powerful. Words are like swords. They do cut. Move that S to the front. Words, it gets you sword, which I learned from Devil's Playground. I know people question his name, but Shit, I read minds. Maybe you do. Maybe we all have that capacity to read people's minds. And not the way Elon Musk wants it, where you can literally get a chip in your brain to be able to read what everybody's thinking. I think that's so bad because we need mystery in the world. I said this in my book. We should be very aware that what is created can always be dissolved and recreated. God is a creator, and creativity for me is extremely magical and inspiring. Never quit growing as a person, because we truly are here on earth to learn our individual life lessons and to grow more spiritually with our inner being. Find your light and let it shine. So that's from my book. I'm not trying to plug the book too much, but I thought I did write about the power of the mind. I don't think God put animals on this earth to be slaughtered and for us to eat. I don't want to go too deep into it all. I'm pretty new into looking into this, but I'm pretty sure that's Satan's work. They're called slaughterhouses, guys. They get sent to slaughterhouses. Have you seen the way they treat chickens? I've watched that, and that made me emotional. The way they treat these chickens, putting them in cages. And then I'm sure the eggs you're eating from those chickens is not good for you. It's really hard to live a healthy lifestyle in this satanic beast system when they're spraying the air and they're putting all sorts of shit on our food, in our water. It's very hard to live a healthy life, but I exercise every day. I run or cycle or do push-ups or whatever it may be. Swimming's so good. I'll maybe go to the beach today. I just do need a bit of time once a week for me without like bringing out the violin. You're most likely eating human meat if you consume store-bought meat. Yeah, I'll never shop at Walmart again. There's a store where I live called Fresco. And the difference between their produce and like Walmart is a different level. It's more expensive, but it's worth it. It's so fresh. Walmart is a disgrace. Do you know Walmart basically accepted that if there's another pandemic, they'll shut down their Walmarts to make, what do you call them? Where you, not concentration camps, FEMA camps. You can read about it. So people who own Walmart, guys, are Satanists. It's why they also, their logos that have a sun, like the Society of Jesus. Let's read some quotes about the mind. Your smile is the best weapon to kill your haters. The amount of times that I've just shut people up by smiling in the face, I just smiled at them and they've got nothing to say, or they've tried to offend me and I'm just like, all right, yeah, good one. Smiled later. What? Why are you not getting angry? Why are you not getting pissed off? I'm like, I'm not gonna allow you to annoy me. And they hate that. So yeah, your smile can be your biggest weapon. What else have we got here? Work hard in silence, let success be your noise. I think the most genuinely successful people don't have to rave on about how amazing they are. I've got a bit better at that with my ego for sure. Life is the most difficult exam. Many people fail because they try to copy others, not realizing that everyone has a different question paper. Oh my God, I'll be stealing that. I'm going to read that again. This is why I hate standardized exams at school. One of the reasons why I left again. Standardized exams. Every student shouldn't be taking the same exam. Life is the most difficult exam. Many people fail because they try to copy others, not realizing that everyone has a different question paper. I'm going to take a photo of that. I've got a lot of quotes in my book. And another reason why I don't want to publish it is because copyrights, you need permission to have that quote in your book. Shut up. 6 ethics of life. Before you pray, believe. Before you speak, listen. Before you spend, earn. Before you write, think. Before you quit, try. Before you die, live. Oh my word, I like that. Tomorrow. Do not wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow does not wait for you. Therefore, tomorrow always comes tomorrow. Oh God. Everything is easy if you are crazy. Nothing will be easy if you are lazy. Fair enough. Keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see a shadow. I agree with all of this. What's this say? Let me find some more. This is one of my favorites. Change your thoughts and change your world. Your thoughts dictate your reality. You change your thoughts, you change your world. You do. You do. So you're not going to be positive every second of the day. Like, I think it's impossible. But you should be aiming to be positive as often as you can. And it is on you. There'll be certain situations in your life that you can't control, but you can control how you react to what happens to you. That's a fact. Certain things will happen in your life you can't control. It could be the death of a loved one. You can't control that. But you can dictate how you're going to react to that. It is not necessary to make eye contact with everyone you come across through the day. No, I don't think you have to constantly be staring at somebody. I think it's polite and respectful. I think it does show confidence. But you don't always have to be staring at them in the eye to prove that you care and that you're interested in what they're saying, especially if it's fake and you're doing it just to make a point. Our pineal gland is our throne of God and Satan now sits on it. Oh, beautiful. Wow, what a quote that is. Happy face, man. This guy always sends me amazing messages on Patreon, comments like that. That shadow quote, is it attributed to Helen Keller? Is it? It didn't say. Okay, 5 lessons that we can learn from Tesla. Genius requires solitude. I will say I kind of agree with that. We're all geniuses, so I will say I'm a genius because we all are. To do what I'm doing and this journey that I'm on, I had to give up everything, I feel like, for about a year. Solitude. I had to be alone to find who I truly am without distractions. And some of those distractions, guys, distractions are not always negative, okay? Distractions are not always negative. Sometimes we need distractions in our life. But I went through this whole journey and I knew in my soul, baby, I knew I had to do it alone. I knew it. I knew. Because when you're around, if it's a wife or kids or your job or you have a boss, this, that, and the other, you can't truly find yourself, in my opinion. So I gave up so much of what I worked so hard to acquire, and I gave it all up for this. Because something hit me, I realized what was truly important, and that was personal growth spiritually. And it's not easy to do what I did, especially if you have like kids and stuff. Money is not that important. I remember I used to say at the beginning of my journey that money means nothing. It's a lie. Money does mean something. We need it in the beast system. But it's not as important as people think it is, especially when they become obsessed with it. It's okay if people oppose your ideas. Again, very true. That's taming your ego. We all need ego, but we have to tame it. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. But you've got to truly imagine it. You've got to truly believe it. You can't just say, I want to be rich. I'm going to be this. You have to mean it and you have to have desire and faith in it. So the universe will basically react to that and reward you for it. Work honestly and future will respect you. Yeah, I'd say so. Life is good, but it can be better. Yeah, you can always push to be better. But again, what you like, maybe somebody doesn't like. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. Yeah. Learn a lot from these quotes, guys. The new Matrix, Neo sets bugs free just by making eye contact. He set me free by just looking at me. Wow. I told you in a recent live, I think I talk to plants and stuff now. Beautiful plants. I talk to them. I feel connected to them. And I'm not a psycho. I'm not weird. But I appreciate plants and nature, Mother Nature, more than ever. The ocean, the beach, all that stuff. That love and hate quote is from Ronaldo, really? But again, is it really his quote? We should all give up the material world. It's not for us. I agree. I agree. It's so hard to give up, though, isn't it? Completely when you're surrounded by materialism. It's so hard to just give it up. But we shouldn't obsess over it. Sky Divine's the same way as me, appreciates nature. I can't believe I'm talking about talking to plants. If you knew who I was a few years ago, you probably think I'm on acid right now. But I'm not. I'm being serious. And again, with the spiritual awakening, you become so much more open and unafraid of how other people perceive you. That's a huge thing for me. Do I appreciate when people compliment me and say I've changed their lives and I've inspired them? Yeah, it feels nice. I feel good for them as well. I feel good for those around them. But I'm not worried about stepping up and saying what I believe. I did that towards the end of my job in a school. I told the directors exactly what I thought. I didn't say what I thought they wanted me to say. Your love makes me strong, hate makes me unstoppable. That's Ronaldo's quote. Okay. We know Ronaldo's has to be a Satanist at this point. Has to be. It's no shock he was born on the 36th day of the year, and 666 is the 36th triangular number, and he signed for the Red Devils at 36. Again, I don't know if he completely is aware, but I think he is. All right. Focus on where you want to go, not on what you fear. I love that as well. Fear is an illusion, by the way. This is a quality one. Every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. How legit is that? Every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. You got to take the positives, guys. Just waking up is a positive, isn't it? Or arising from your sleep rather than waking up. I do always say, don't say good morning and stuff because it's connected to death. But again, I'm in the habit of saying that. Good morning. Said it my whole life, but trying to stop doing that now. Fear makes the wolf much bigger than he is. Wow, Leonardo. Wow. Fear makes the wolf much bigger than he is. When you stand up to bullies or wolves or whatever it is, don't they say with a bear, I could be wrong, don't they say with a bear that the best thing to do is just stare at it? And if you run away, it'll destroy you. But if you just stare at it, if you look the bear in the eye and show no fear, it walks away. Am I right with that? Or am I talking shit? And if you run away from the bear, it's like with dogs. The amount of times a dog has barked at me and tried to come after me, and I've stopped in my tracks and just said, I've shouted at the dog. I'll be honest. I said, what? Come on, what? What do you want? And it's barking, it's running after me. Naturally, the average person would run away from the dog, which gives the dog more power. I stop in my tracks. I go, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing? And I'll laugh. Like, what are you doing? What are you going to do, mate? I'll speak to the dog like that. I call the dog mate. And he goes, "Woo." I'm like, yeah, stop fucking barking. Off you go. And it does. Because I stand up to it. And again, I know I say a few stories about dogs that they annoy me because they do occasionally, but dogs are beautiful. But if it's going to run after me, like for no reason, I'll fucking stop that dog straight. I'm not running away from it. Yeah, they do. Animals do sense energy, and they have strong senses, absolutely. But some of them are a little bit nuts. Some of them are too overprotective. You know what I mean? I think they just bark all day. That can't be a good existence. They get trained to just bark, usually for protecting the house, especially here in Mexico. But I love when you see dogs who are, again, when I see dogs at the beach and some of them get in the water, they're all cruising around, man. They've got a swagger to them. They're happy. They're jumping up. Like, they're getting attention. When I see dogs at the beach, I love it. And weirdly, when they bark at the beach, I also like it because it's got like a weird happy bark. I'm like, yes, there we go. I like that bark. No, that one is like, shut the fuck up. Stop with that shit. But the dogs at the beach, they're so like happy, man. So they can feel the energy. Guys, it's 33 in the live and 33 likes. Oh my word. I had my awakening at age 33. Jerry's got to go. Have a wonderful day, Jerry. Reese is very wise. Born alone, live alone, die alone. Anything that happens in between is a gift. Oh my word. Tomorrow's history. What is it? No. Yesterday's history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Today is the present. That's why it's a gift, is it? No, today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Something like that. I do like that. So Abdullah is pulling out all these quotes from professional footballers. God gave me 2 legs to play football, not to chase girls who aren't interested. Stephen Al-Shadoway. Yeah, but I think all these footballers at the highest level like him talk a lot of shit. Your thoughts have unlimited potential to directly or indirectly make you feel empowered, uplifted, and hopeful. But there's the flip side to that, isn't there? There's the flip side to that. And what negative thoughts can have on your reality. They can really affect you. And that's connected to the subconscious mind. So we're basically computers, which I always talk about, with emotions. Oswald Spengler, I got this quote in my book. Formerly, no one was allowed to think freely. Now it is permitted, but no one is capable of it anymore. Now people want to think only what they are supposed to think, and this they consider freedom. I don't really agree where he said no one is capable of it anymore, but I get his point. Ascension, guys, simplest term is basically altering consciousness from one level to the another. That's what ascending is. And we can all do that. We can all do that. It's basically just the process of expanding beliefs and finding your own truth, which I talk about almost every video. Finding your own truth. Not just believing what you're being brought up to believe. Again, we go back to the education system. What you learned at school is probably what your kids are learning now. And what your parents learn is probably what you learn. So then it just becomes the truth. Now they're going to push climate change a lot more at school and civil rights and stuff. But again, I was learning about civil rights 20 years ago. They get it in our subconscious, guys. They tell us what's going to happen. And then our reality is created by all of this. Somebody just sent me a message called Stacy saying, I'm so jealous you get to go to the beach. And wait, I'm just going to respond to her now. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm still live. I've been going 1 hour, 13 minutes. And I just mentioned you. Yeah, check it out. So Stacy is about to come into the live. I looked into Stacey's numbers. I had to look into Stacey's numbers. And we're connected. We're connected with our numbers. So Stacey went to my middle school, which was called Wycliffe. And she was the year below me. She was actually my brother's year. And we never really spoke or anything. And now we're speaking like every day. And she works in the education system, but she's really passionate. She cares about her students. She's actually just broken up now for, is it Easter? So hopefully she'll have an amazing time. A lot of people say that teaching's easy. They get all this time off. Unless you've been a teacher, you can't judge whether teaching's easy or not. I think you're born to be a teacher. It's funny how teacher gets you 33 in gematria. Teaching for me is sacred and it's beautiful if it's done well. If it's genuinely done to inspire people and help that person grow or people grow. If you're teaching to intentionally indoctrinate, then teaching is not sacred. And Stacey loves what she does. I think most teachers do. They genuinely care, because you wouldn't be a teacher if you didn't really care about helping other people. So I'm going to meet Stacey in September, as long as I can fly to Europe, which I'm going to tell myself I will fly to Europe. I will be going. I will see my friends, my family. I will meet people who I've never met before from my Patreon, and we will meet up, and I'll buy everybody a drink because they've been supporting me. Some people have been supporting me for years now. It's still weird that I've been doing this for almost 2 years, or over 2 years. I lose track of time because it is an illusion. So Harris is going to bed. It's 2:30. All right, much love to you, mate. I appreciate all your comments. Everything's a gift. Which one of us is promised tomorrow? Nobody's promised tomorrow. That's why you have to live in the present. Live in the present and enjoy it and grow and ascend. Like, if you're not growing, guys, you need to do something about it. You got to do something about it. If you're not growing, you should be growing every single day. Spiritually, emotionally, you could say financially, but that's not that important. Climate change is about fear and money. Climate change is all about pushing Agenda 30 and bringing in more rules and regulations. Simple as that. And it's all going to be in the name of saving the environment. That's why you have to look into Agenda 30, Agenda 21. It's all online. The whole plan is online. You can read it. So check it out. Agenda 30, Agenda 21. It's funny how you have Agenda 21 and Agenda 30, like 213. And we just had the Super Bowl on 213, which was Super Bowl 56, which is connected to Society of Jesus and the Pope and the royal family. They basically want a one world government, the global reset, where we'll own nothing and be happy. And they'll basically dictate our reality, what we do, how we think, how we feel. And we're not robots, guys. We're not. We're pure souls. And nobody should tell us how to think and feel. That's on us to figure out. Emotion, energy in motion, the stillness spoken of this is simple clarity of vision. Amazing. Amazing. Amber said, I believe you're helping us all ascend. Thank you very much, Amber. That means a lot. Those comments mean a lot. That means a lot to me then. Wow, you're amazing at decoding sports. Thank you for that. And what about manifestation, guys? In the chat, tell me if you believe in it, because I think it's immensely powerful, manifestation. Basically, it's pseudoscience, isn't it? And it's what? Self-help strategies. So you write down or say out loud a personal goal, and then you focus your thoughts on the desired outcome to get what you truly want. Do you believe in manifestation? I do. I've started doing it. I say what I want to achieve. I write it down. And I really believe it's sacred manifestation. I really do. So what do you guys think about? Somebody does believe in it. What about affirmations as well? Affirmations is where you wake up and basically say 3 positive things you want to achieve. And you just repeat it. I believe in affirmations. I've started doing that. What I want from the day, or who I want to inspire today, and how I'm going to go about doing it. You just tell your brain that and it becomes your reality. How many people wake up and go, oh, it's Monday. Monday sucks. Or they go to bed Sunday night. Oh, God. Work's tomorrow, man. Oh, God, I don't want to do it. And then you just have that negative reality. That's why you got to find something that you love, that brings you joy, where you can inspire people, where it's not a job or a chore. It's just a passion that you get paid for. I do that through coaching, through gematria, through English. Everything that I do that pays me are things that I get joy from doing. Most people don't do that. They do a job they hate just to put food on the table because of this beast system. See if there's any more quotes. The best time to plant a tree is just now. Get started. Plant a tree, guys. Look after it. I'm going to buy some plants today, actually. My mate Farley keeps telling me to do that. Never stop trying. Never stop believing. Never give up. Your day will come. So easy to give up, isn't it? And doubt everything. But the best views, guys, they come after the hardest climb. You know what I mean? When you climb that mountain, baby, or you go on a hike and you're looking down, that's what it's all about, ascending. There'll be challenges getting up the mountain or the hike trail. But once you're at the top and you just look around at how beautiful the universe and you realize how small you truly are, but you also realize how connected we truly are, it's magical. That's why I love to hike. I love rock climbing. I love going as high as I can when it goes to rock climbing. What else have we got? When no one is there for you, God is there. It's all about faith. I say God is within each and every one of us. It's consciousness. All right, what's this guy saying? Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. How do you disagree with this? Yeah, affirmations, everybody's promoting affirmations. I said at school it should be the first thing every student should do, or as a class, what they want to achieve from that class, or from the day, or from the week. But we don't do that. I guess teachers like Stacey, if Stacey's listening, she could start doing that. Affirmations. Have students write down what they want to achieve this week. And then at the end of the week, see if they achieve their goal. Discuss manifestation. This stuff's beautiful. So Amber said, I'm a hospice bereavement coordinator and it's my dream job. I manifested it. Amazing. Great for you, Amber. You're doing something you love. And when you do something you love, you're usually really good at it. And then you inspire others. Don't ditch negative people, teach them, lead. That's good, Reese. I get that. I won't intentionally hang around with negative people who don't bring anything to the party for like personal growth for me. But I do try and help people. If you don't know their story, I think just by spreading positivity helps everybody. I keep saying that. It doesn't have to just be directly with the person you're helping at that time. I think positivity spreads like a wildfire. That's great advice for Stacey and her students, Adam. Thank you. Again, a lot of what I do, guys, is just advice. You don't have to take it. You don't have to appreciate it. But I'll just put it out there. When I said to people, guys, stop watching wrestling. If you have kids, don't let them watch wrestling. A few people said, who are you to tell me what to watch? It's like, I'm not saying like you're wrong for doing it. It's your choice. It's your reality. I'm just giving you advice. Like, I wouldn't recommend watching something that's intentionally satanic, that's intentionally throwing out subliminal messaging to you to have you worship Satan. That is the reality. Whether you believe in Satan or not, these people do. So again, with negative thinking, guys, like the flip of the coin, the other side of the coin, when you're thinking negatively, like a lot of people do, because reality recently has been, they've intentionally made it negative with the pandemic, with like civil rights movement, the George Floyd death, travel restrictions, just having to wear masks so you can't see people smile. They've intentionally basically spreading negative energy. And through the mainstream media, now we have World War III, la-di-da-di-da, which is not even happening, guys. So negative thinking, it has an immediate destructive impact, doesn't it? Because the moment you have that negative thought or thoughts, you're already being hindered into achieving something. And it takes your energy. And energy is sacred. You got to think about who you give your energy to and what you give your energy to. That's why I used to get like in arguments with people occasionally. I won't do it now. I'll just walk away and smile. Even if I know in my head, because I don't know for a fact that what I'm saying is right or legit. Why would I just keep arguing? There was one guy I grew up with. And although he was my friend, he just wanted to debate everything. And I don't mind a good debate. But it just bitch and moan and argue about everything. And then I would like get on his level. So like for hours we'd be arguing over something so minor because of our egos. I'm like, I wish I knew what I knew now back then, because I wouldn't give somebody like that 2 hours of my energy. I wouldn't. I give you guys my energy because I care about you and you're all here with big hearts and you care about humanity. And The universe, you clearly do, or you wouldn't be here, especially with the title of it. I'll give my energy to you guys, but I ain't giving it to people who are just negative. I'm not. Got to remember, guys, the universe has a magical way of allowing you to attract the things you focus on. That's why I'm saying your thoughts dictate your reality. If you think positive thoughts, the universe will look after you. Over the last year and a half, the universe has massively looked after me, even though I've given up so much in the materialistic world. The universe has been there for me because it knows that I care about the universe. It knows that I care about it, whatever the universe is. So I like the mindset this: I am not what happened to me. I am who I choose to become. I really like that. A lot of people live in the past about what's happened to them and how they can never recover from it. Again, that comes down to you and the power of your mind and how much you actually want to recover from what happened. Everything that happens in your life, guys, is part of your journey, is part of your experience. You can't just focus on all the negativity that's happened in your life because there's been so much positive things that have happened as well. And when you think about like people who always think negatively, like pessimists, they go through their lives, guys, often struggling with depression and blaming others, don't they? Pessimists, everything sucks, my life sucks, the world sucks, the world's evil. I keep hearing people saying that to me. The world's evil. It's not. The world's absolutely beautiful. The system is evil. It's not the world. The world is glorious. It's incredible. It's beautiful. The universe is the greatest creation ever. There'll be no greater creation. It's the system that is evil, that is designed to be broken, not the world. Don't let these sayings make you think that the world sucks. It doesn't. It's the system that we've accepted. Because the system that we operate under is satanic and it's a social construct that the majority of the world have accepted. Just like countries are a social construct. Just like money is a social construct. Things that we've just universally accepted. Governments is a social construct that we've accepted. What else have I got about the power of the mind? I wrote a lot about it. If you are pessimist, by the way, like if you are one of those people who's often thinking in a negative manner, you can flip that. It's not all doom and gloom. You can flip that frown upside down, baby. Because you can choose the way you see yourself and your reality. And then I really like this quote by Aaron Kamin. A person who accepts themselves unconditionally as a worthwhile human in spite of their faults and imperfections does not experience the stress of self-consciousness. So many people are self-conscious, aren't they? Why a lot of people get surgery. Or why a lot of people pretend to be somebody they're not, to fit in. Again, self-consciousness, social identity, all constructs. I'm not saying you shouldn't care about your appearance, care about how other people view you, but be you. Be you. You're unique. You're beautiful. You might not think it sometimes. If you watch reading beauty magazines or you're watching the media and they're telling you what's popular and what isn't, and maybe you don't fit into that popular tag at that time, but they flip the script, don't they, with what is popular and what is right and what is wrong. What about, my name is Arnold? How many decades did he push? Eat your meat, eat your protein, and now he's a vegan, don't eat meat. Back in the day, decades ago, society accepts it. And that's the reality. Whatever the media pushes becomes our reality. And people just fall into just playing along with the game because it's all a big game. They promote whatever they want to promote. Again, why did they allow women to vote? Because they wanted to break up the family and they could tax 100% of the population instead of 50%. They wanted women to start working and all of that and destroy the family. But they'll tell you it was all about equal opportunity and all that. It's not what they do. There's always a deep motive, negative motive for why they do what they do. They want us all to be AI guys, robots. That's why they're pushing, like, they want everyone to be basically genderless, or they're creating a million different genders. When in reality, there's two that God made, man and woman. But again, robots are genderless. They don't have genders. I know what they're doing. Everything has a sick, twisted meaning to it with these people. But they always do it where it looks like they're benefiting humanity. It's what they've done throughout history. They'll try and tell us wars benefit humanity. There's nothing positive about war. Nothing. Innocent people killing innocent people, war. For the elite. To get them oil, to get them gold. Basically to create depopulation as well. But they've probably realized that takes too long. There's other ways of doing that. We are not victims, we will rise above. Yes. Yes. By being the victim and playing the victim, you're not benefiting yourself or anybody. You're not. Life was not meant to be this way. I agree. We could technically be living in hell right now. Honestly, although there's a lot of beauty to the world right now, still, like, we live in a satanic beast system. Controlled by the Orsini family, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, the Medici, whoever else, all these Illuminati bloodlines. We don't truly know who these Illuminati bloodlines are. It changes, doesn't it? From day to day. But you know what I'm getting at. There's a group of families who are running the show and have been forever. Like the Catholic Church is a joke. It's all run by the Illuminati. The Catholic Church, the Vatican. Why are sages the ones that don't need water for days, not standing with food? It's because they rid themselves of the ones dictating their life's destiny from within. That's an amazing comment. Anxiety happens because of self-consciousness too, but most people are so inwardly focused, they don't even notice others. Relax. I think so many people are outwardly focused. They focus on everything on the outside and they don't actually look at within, which is the most important thing. Inspiration, spirit, guys, comes from within. So that's where I am now. I think about what's going on within my soul, my mind, all of that. All the other stuff around me, it is like the Truman Show. It is nice to be around the beach and this, that, and the other, and I do appreciate things. But the biggest growth is personal growth from the inside. See you later, rough bastards. Take care, mate. Right, Adam, that was the beginnings of humanity's downfall. Women's lib. It must be difficult being a man these days. Chin up, guys. Well, I've discussed this multiple times now. Men have become so feminized. Females have become so, like, what's the word? Just women now really focus on work. Who sung that song? All you do is work. Was it Rihanna? I don't know. But it's all like, again, the celebrities, it's the opposites now. Like the men that women are really attracted to, the likes of Harry Styles and Johnny Depp and David Beckham, they're so feminine because they're probably female. And she's now young kids, they're so feminine, the guys, and the girls are like, a lot of them are tomboys. And it's just, they do everything in reverse. They've inverted society through celebrities, because celebrities, that's why they're called influencers. They influence the way we see the world. That's why they get paid so much money, or at least what we're told, because they have so much influence over society. That's why you need to stop worshipping celebrities. These celebrities getting put on the walk of fame, they're not stars. They're not. They're deceivers. Self-awareness is one of the highest forms of intelligence, 100%. When I talk about intelligence, I refer to self-awareness, I refer to adaptability, I refer to critical thinking. There's a host of different types of intelligence. If you look at Howard Gardner's intelligence theory, multiple intelligence, there's so many different types. It's not just how well you do at school, how well you can absorb information. That's what most people define intelligence as, your degree. Again, degree, guys, the Masons, it's 33 degrees. Who do you think was behind college and university? The Masons. What's more intelligent? I think the highest form of intelligence for me is adaptability, how you can adapt to a situation. For me, is the highest level of intelligence. Critical thinking, like I said, is huge. Being open-minded for me is a form of intelligence. How many closed-minded people are there who have a certain view on life and they'll never be shifted? I know that's cognitive dissonance. I know all about that, but just being open-minded is intelligent. Cat or a dog? For me personally, again, there's no correct answer. Dog. Yeah, somebody's saying celebrity, it's all bread and circus. Weapon of mass distraction, I call it. All right, what else did I read about here? I'll do a little bit longer. All right. I said this. We need to set aside some time during our hectic lives to reflect and think about our thoughts. Yes, I know that thinking about your thoughts seems strange, but we need to do that to acknowledge our genuine thoughts. Because a lot of the thoughts that we think are ours, guys, they're not. They've been hugely influenced by other people or by the media. It's not your actual genuine thoughts. By doing that, you won't lose who you are, however hard outside forces are trying to program you and take away your individuality. So again, program, the TV programs. It programs you guys. It does. So we're basically right now experiencing a war of consciousness. There's a spiritual war going on. It's not physical, guys, it's spiritual. And people need to figure that out. You're going to win this war from within, not by shooting people. So you've got to stop acting out of fear as well and following orders. That's all by design. If you follow this order, then everything will go back to normal. That's why they're called the Jesuit order, guys. Called the Jesuit order. And I won't follow their orders anymore and remain under their spell. It's time to access our third eye, guys. And I think we can all access it, however challenging they've made it. Third eye is mystical. It's the invisible eye, guys. That's within us. You might not see this third eye. I told you it makes a pyramid, a triangle. 1, 2, 3. Might not be able to see it. And again, with humanity, seeing is believing, isn't it? That's why a lot of people no longer believe in God, because they can't visually see God. So it must not exist. That's a load of bullshit. I've said with history and stuff that we've been fed. I don't believe 90% of it, because I've shown multiple times how they've lied to us by my knowledge of gematria with the numbers. So when you open that third eye, guys, which I think mine's definitely on its way. It's not completely open, but it's waking up. You'll experience clear insight. You'll be more open-minded. You'll have more intellectual balance. You'll probably have a more stronger connection with your intuition, your inner wisdom that most people ignore. They don't listen to their gut, their intuition, which is their soul speaking to them, which is more powerful than anything. But like I said, our third eyes, guys, they're being intentionally blocked, constricted. It's why most people I know, I don't know about you guys, they're narrow-minded. I'm not hating. It's all by design. I don't judge people for this. Most people overthink. They overthink. A lot of people suffer now from insomnia. Don't sleep. I can't get no sleep. Faithless. What a performer he was. You have your suffocating beliefs where you believe a certain way the world is and you'll never shift from it because you're narrow-minded, which then a lot of people suffer right now from a lack of purpose in their life. They don't know what they want, which then leads to depression. And then when you're depressed, you have the inability to attach with people and with your soul. So see how it's all connected? How it's all connected and how it can all change if we become more open-minded and start questioning our reality and how important our spirit is and increasing our knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge brings you to the edge of life, guys. You learn, you adapt, you communicate, you contribute, you inspire with knowledge. Your mind becomes constantly relevant to the present, which can help prepare you for the future. So if you're doing well in the present, that's only going to benefit your future. Self-empowerment, guys. Don't play the victim card. Empower yourself. You can do that wherever you are. They'll put you in a prison. They could arrest me right now and put me in a cell. And I would grow. I would grow. Because it's all from within, wherever you are in the world. I say even paying through to say the Will Smith, Chris Rock debacle is giving energy. It's tough this way. That was all biblical. I've done a video about the Will Smith. Will Smith, the Fresh Prince. Satan, the Prince of Air. Slapped Chris Rock, Christ the Rock. It was Satan slapping Jesus. That whole thing. Yes, it's a distraction. I've just told you how Will Smith's been banned for 10 years from the Oscars. Satan gets you 10. I talk about 10 all the freaking time. It's a distraction. Who cares about the Oscars? Would you know about the Oscars if we didn't have mainstream media? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't know about the Oscars if there was no TV, no social media, no newspapers. You wouldn't hear about it. You wouldn't be talking about it. That's the reality. It's a spiritual war between the light and darkness, Satan and God. You've got to pick a side at this point, in my opinion. A lot of people have picked Satan without realizing it, and a lot of good people have picked Satan without realizing it, because they obsess over this realm and what they can achieve in this realm and the materialism of this realm. Again, just obsessing over sports, attending these games, fulfilling the ritual, being a part of it. You're oblivious to it. Throwing up the sixes and stuff. You feed in Satan, but you might not be aware of it. And I don't know how symbolism works. If there has to be intention behind the symbol, like there has to be actual intention. I don't know if it's just the actual symbol benefits him. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll all get together to eat, drink, and held court. I would love to get together with my patrons. When I do go to Europe in September, the 9th month, I'm not only going to meet people in England. There's people that have invited me to Poland to stay with them, in Germany to stay with them, in France to stay. I've got people following me all over who said, come stay with me. I want to take you out for dinner. I want to do this. I want to get to know you face to face. And I'll do it. I don't mind jumping on a plane. Well, I do when they put that fucking thing up my nose. I don't know if I want to partake in that, to be honest. Humiliate equals 44.55. So does Will Smith. Nice. It was a humiliation ritual. And I've discussed many times how to basically gain something significant in the entertainment industry, you have to go through a humiliation ritual. Usually after it, something good really happens to these people. That's how it works. That's how a humiliation ritual works. What about Beckham, how he got sent off and then he had an affair with Rebecca Lewis, this, that, and the other, and then he became England's icon. He gets the free kick goal against Greece, becomes captain. And a few years before, he was the enemy. Everyone wanted to destroy Beckham, didn't they, when he got sent off? It's what they do. And it's clear as day. Clear as day. I can only ask you to keep a code of conduct and dance away in life. As such, you can dance. Beautiful. We are designed perfectly to dance, also gracefully dance. Again, the flowers dance, don't they? The flowers dance. Like when it's a nice day and a summer's day, especially in England, everyone's happy. Everything around you is just glowing and happy. It's beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Okay, I'll do about 10 more minutes. I just really wanted to emphasize the power of the mind. And that if we all basically are aware of the power of our mind and we spread positive thoughts, and energy. It benefits everybody. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain. Katy Perry even said after a hurricane comes a rainbow. And I think right now we are in the midst of a hurricane. And I do believe there will be a rainbow at the end of it. And not the LGQTB flag. Again, the rainbow's sacred, guys. 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 days in a week, 7 deadly sins, Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. 7 is so big. And now they've used that, the rainbow. When people think of the rainbow, what do you think of? Somebody who's gay. Not how beautiful a rainbow is. And what comes at the end of the rainbow. Beautiful. Again, when you see a rainbow in the sky, it's beautiful, is it not? Anybody who sees a rainbow goes, wow. Everyone loves looking at a rainbow. Everyone loves a sunset and a sunrise. It's the things that are genuinely beautiful. And we all appreciate a rainbow. Tell me somebody who, oh, it's just a rainbow. No, people are, wow, that's nice. Hey, Femalian, the Magnificent 7. Exactly. Today is the perfect day to be happy. 7 rules of life, and I'm talking about 7. Let it go. Ignore them. Give it time. Don't compare. Stay calm. It's on you. Smile. Number 7, smile. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a fucking door, baby. Build a door. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door and knock it down. And remember, guys, if plan A didn't work, the alphabet has 26 letters, baby. Plan A is not always going to work, okay? But give you all to achieve it if that's what you really want. And nothing worth having comes easy. Make each day your masterpiece, guys. It's on you. The world we're living in, it is a show. It is. The world is a stage. Create your own character and be a character that you're proud of. They've told us in video games, guys, that you can create your own character and be whatever you want to be. That's the reality. And don't let yesterday, guys, take up too much of today. It's been and gone. You can learn from it. You can allow it to give you growth. But don't let it take up too much of today, what happened yesterday. And creativity is intelligence having fun. Be creative. Be creative. Try something that you've never done before. I bet there's multiple things in your life that you've been intrigued by or interested in, and you've never quite looked enough into it. Do it. Do it, guys. I'm going to go for a beautiful swim today in the ocean. I'm going to go pretty far out. Don't cry because it's over, guys. Smile because it happened. When something ends, appreciate that it actually happened anyway. Good things do come to an end. A lot of people go, oh God, it sucks that it's over. No, appreciate that you actually experienced it and cherish those moments. Again, it's all mindset. It really is. Somebody said cooking for yourself is the most creative one can be on a daily basis. Yeah, I think cooking is amazing. That's something I'm going to get better at. I'm okay at it. Stacy, if she's still in the live, I don't know. She's an amazing cook, judging from the images she sent me. You can be very creative in the kitchen, can't you? I'm very creative when it comes to writing. I'm very creative when it comes to coaching. I can just come up with a range of activities. I'm a creative guy, but when it comes to art, drawing, painting, I'm awful. I could work on that. I once did a painting which was abstract, and I loved it because with abstract, you basically do what feels right. So I had all these colors and I was just painting whatever felt right, and I was throwing a bit of color here. And at the end of it, I was like, this looks really nice. I'm going to do that again, actually, and put it on my, maybe I'll put it here because this apartment where I'm living, it's got very little life to it. It's on me to add some life to it now. So maybe I'll do my own painting, get a canvas and just do an abstract. Anybody can do abstract art. Because when it comes to art, it's perception, isn't it? I've been in art galleries where I'm like, oh my God, I could do that. This artwork's selling for like 30 grand. Crazy stuff. I like taking photos. I do like taking photos. Never used to, but I do now. That's creative, isn't it? My friend Nathan's the most creative guy I know. He just recently designed a book cover for my friend Andreas. He did an amazing job. What else have we got? I don't want to read quotes from Emma Watson, who's a bloke. Is she from Harry Potter? All right, what else have we got? Everything is hard before... Oh, this is good. Everything is hard before it is easy. So you've got to earn the right to find something easy. Like now, I can like get a football and do any trick with it. When I was younger, it was so difficult and challenging for me. Give me a ball, I'll do anything with it now. It's become easy through hard work and perseverance. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Wow. Wow. So sometimes you just got to read these quotes. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. Somebody said, we love you forever. I appreciate that. It's 11:11. Where are you, Shy Divine? It's 11:13 where I am. I've got loads of messages on my phone again. Everything goes, bruv, when they pass abstract art. Yeah. Nice stuff. Wish everyone could know the joy. God's smallest, mightiest, amazing creatures. Thank you for sharing. My friend the other day was talking about how he got an ant's arm and he was just smiling at the ants, at how beautiful that little ant was and how he was connected to it. So weird saying this stuff for me. But you just become one with everything around you. It's not easy to get to that point, and you do have days. Like I said, when the dog's barking, the cat's squealing, it's very hard for me to see the beauty in it at times. If I'm tired and I've worked 13 hours, 14 hours, again, the jobs that I do, I enjoy. So a lot of them, it doesn't actually feel like work. New Mexico, nice. Nice. What time is it now in England with my family? Okay, it's 6:15. 6:15. I wonder what my family is doing right now. What time's the Grand National, or is it over? Has it finished? With the horses? It's so rigged, the Grand National. Noble Yeats wins it. Let me read it. So coronavirus caused the cancellation of the race in 2020. I think this is the first one in 3 years where they've had fans there. Yeah, the horse that I liked didn't win. 50-1, Noble Yeats. Wow, did anybody win on the, what's it called? The National? 41 rides. It was the 41st ride. I'm talking about 41, and it has to be the 41st ride. 7 wins. 7. Were we not just talking about 7? No jockey has won as many races over these fences. 7. That's 7 again, man. Oh, my word. These people know what these numbers represent. They really do. Mandela effects. I think I'm going to do a video about Mandela effects. I think it's really interesting, isn't it? My friend Nathan, again, sent me a message telling me to look into it. Said it's something he finds really interesting. He wants me to look into the metaphysics of the numbers. He said people might become more accepting of gematria if they're aware of the metaphysics behind the numbers and what each number represents. I'm trying my best to do that. So I keep connecting numbers. I know how big this number 7 is, like I just told you there with the horse racing. It's just why? What energy does that number have? Are certain numbers connected to others? I know 9's connected to 11. That's why you had 9/11. Those numbers are massively connected from what I've read. I'm sure you've seen them fly high chirping. That's their mating game. The males do their craziest moves to attract the female's attention. I do like birds chirping. There's something amazing about birds. When I went for breakfast the other day, I gave a bird some of my toast. It was a beautiful looking bird. It was a bluebird. And it was just munching on it and it cruised off. That was a nice experience. So, right, I'll go in a minute. I just want to hammer home how important it is, guys, to think positively and have control of your own mind. And when you are feeling down, do something about it. And if you inspire yourself, you'll eventually inspire other people. That's how it works. Have I looked into the death of Ayrton Senna? Yes, I did a video, mate. I've got a video about Ayrton Senna. And Brazil do have a strong riddle for the World Cup. I still prefer England, but Brazil's riddle is probably the second best. It was Argentina. I think Brazil's the second best. Especially after I saw that they won the World Cup in the US in 94, 28 years ago, the perfect number. They beat Italy on penalties 3-2, just like how Italy just beat England on penalties 3-2 to win the Euros. Brazil do have a top riddle, wear the yellow and blue as well, like the Ukraine flag and the Rams uniform. So all those stuff happening might be just foreshadowing Brazil getting their 6th World Cup. So yeah, it's worth having a little flutter on Brazil, you know what I mean? Put it that way, if Brazil gets to the final and England's not there, if I did bet, I would hammer Brazil, hammer them if they get to the final. If it was Brazil-England, oh man, I wouldn't touch it. I'd have futures on both of them, so that way you've definitely won if they both make the final. But Brazil do have a good code. Yeah, Mandela effects are wild, but they're interesting. Yep, you've seen, obviously, I didn't set out for romance. Hummer, it was butterflies I mastered. The tubular plants attract hummers. Greatest gift of hummingbird feeder. You make your own nectar? Or are you talking about an insect? They're trying to get rid of wasps, aren't they? Which are sacred to this world. They're trying to get rid of wasps, especially Bill Gates. My name, The Illusion, was with one L. When? It's never been with one L. I'm a pretty good speller, mate. I don't ever believe my name has been The Illusion with one L. When did that come about? Are you just seeing things? Who do you think finished in that 4th spot? Let me have a look. It's looking like Spurs, isn't it? No? Let me have a look. I was about to go, but somebody has to come in. So Tottenham are winning. Son after 3 minutes. So they're going to go 3 points ahead of Arsenal. Is that right? Yeah. So United are still not out of it. It's crazy. Seem to lose all the time. I don't know. Spurs are going to be 4th if they win. They do have an Italian coach, don't they? Which is connected to the Vatican. Conte. So Chelsea will go below Chelsea. No, Spurs will go below Chelsea. And didn't Conte coach for Chelsea as well? People have different Mandela effects at different times, and they can also flip-flop. That's true. I'm into all of this. I just can't do much because I'm 16. I'm with my parents, and my parents do not believe in what I believe in. When I talk to them about this stuff, they ask if I'm on drugs. Yeah, I got asked that, mate. Everyone thought I was on drugs, that I was having a midlife crisis, that I was an attention seeker. And those people have flipped the script on me now. They appreciate what I do. They respect what I do. If anything, they look up to what I do. So stay strong, mate. Clearly, you're not on drugs. Don't let other people make you feel inadequate. They've been indoctrinated for a lot longer than you, your parents. You have to remember that as well. Like, my parents are in the 60s. They've been brought up. been indoctrinated for a lot longer than I have. My family are aware of certain things with the world, but they don't go deep into it the way I do. My sister does a little bit, and my brother Tom, but the rest not so much. It's hard to say that they brought you into this world, but you feel the way you feel. It's your story, mate. You will eventually attract people who have the same values you do. That's what happened to me. It will eventually fall into place for you. You're not insane. You're not crazy, mate. It's a blessing that you're seeing the world for what it is right now at 16. Okay? So good for you. I think Kante is a saying this. Absolutely. He's won every trophy going. It says it all. That's all you need to know. Everywhere he goes, he wins trophies. And don't judge a book by its cover. We've always been taught that. Just because, how many times does Obama smile? And he won a Nobel Peace Prize for going to war 3 times. That's the mockery. Obama has the smile. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, has the smile. Kante has the smile. Mason Mount has the smile. The royal family all have these smiles. They all know that people do, unfortunately, judge books by cover. And we've always been taught not to do that. I can't even meditate. You've got to take the word can't out of your vocabulary. Yes, you can. You just got to keep working with it. When you tell your brain you can't do something, you won't do it. I can't do it, I can't do it. So you've got to take that word out of your vocabulary. You can. Can't see and do something. You can meditate. Maybe you've not found peace with yourself yet, but you can find peace with yourself, which will allow you to meditate. A lot of people use the word can't. Yes, Adam, water, sugar, best nectar. I used to buy it from a guy in Mexico till I left apple juice container on my table. I experimented the nectar imported from Mexico with strictly water, sugar. That's really interesting. I have this lemonade now, but it's just freshly squeezed lemon. There's no sugar in it with sparkling water. It's so refreshing. No sugar in it. Way more refreshing than actual lemonade, which is full of sugar. Full of it. Which is just not... You need a bit of sugar for sure for your energy, but soda is horrific, isn't it? Or pop, wherever you are in the world. How do you know when you found peace? When you're no longer living in fear. When you're no longer worrying about others judging you. When you're at one with yourself. When you realize you never truly die. I think that is when you truly find peace. You're not scared of death anymore. But maybe there's not a universal answer to that. How do you find peace? I don't think there's a universal answer to that. Again, it's perception. What you define peace as. What is peace to you? For some people, it's sitting in a room by themselves reading a book. That's peace to them. For some people, it's going to the beach. That's peace to them. Listening to a certain song. For me, the best thing from this experience for me is my lack of fear now. I don't fear that I'm inadequate. I don't fear being judged. I don't fear death. I don't fear a financial crash. I don't fear any of that. I see everything as a challenge now. And the bigger the challenge, sometimes the better. So that's how you truly grow. Yeah, Agent D probably summed it up better than I did. It's a leap of faith. It's by having faith in the universe and yourself and who you are. That's when you find peace. Most people won't take off the handcuffs. They won't do it. Like in the Matrix, they said, even if people knew we lived in a Matrix, people wouldn't want to leave it. They're too addicted to it. They actually like to be told what to do. They can't function without being told what to do by a government or a wife or a husband or parents or a teacher. They can't function. Whereas when you become independent and conscious, you find your own truth. You don't need other people to guide you anymore. You walk in your path, not the path that society has told you to walk, or your parents have told you to walk, or your teachers have. politicians have. Your path. We all have a unique path. And remember, with destinations, there's multiple ways to get to the same destination. So it's a journey. That's why they say, what do they say? The journey is more important than the destination. I believe so. I believe so. If it was all just about the destination, when you got a book, you would just go to the final page, wouldn't you? And read the final page if it was all about the destination. When you no longer compete, you found peace. I think the only person you maybe should compete with is yourself to get better every day. I think that's important, to compete with yourself. Witchcraft and black magic is real. People can put it on others to make them ill or cause them. Yeah, if you look at what pharmaca means in Greek, it is all about casting spells and magic. Pharmaca, pharmaceutical industry. It is, when you look into the origin of the words and what they mean. Magic is very real, and there's probably magic being used daily, especially in professional sports. Magic's being used. That's how the rituals are fulfilled so perfectly. It's not man doing it. There's magic involved, whether you find that crazy or not. It seems to be the case. Compete with the voices in your head. Yeah, we all have voices in our head. You say you have devil on one shoulder, Jesus on the other. You got to pick who you want to listen to, because you'll get mixed signals. You'll get mixed signals. You got to find your own truth on this, and that's what I've done. And my truth might not necessarily be somebody else's truth, and that's fine. I'm aware of that. I don't force my truth on other people at all. I just share my thoughts, my views, my truth. Some people love it, others don't. If they don't have to listen to me. That's the reality, isn't it? But like, we got to look into the subconscious, because it's very tricky, the subconscious. Your subconscious, guys, it stores everything, doesn't it? Your beliefs, your insecurities, your fears, if they're even real, the traumas that you've experienced. And the subconscious can even pick up on energies that don't actually belong to you. That's what I'm saying. There might be an incident around you, surrounding you, that has nothing directly to do with you, that actually affects your subconscious. And your thoughts are the primary creative force in your life, aren't they? That's why you need to use them consciously and be aware of your thoughts and what each thought means and what each word means and what each symbol means and what each number means. One word no can change somebody's life. One word yes can. It's wild. One incident where somebody's not thinking straight can take somebody's life. Just one incident where you're not in control of your mind or your thoughts. Could be through alcohol. That's why it's called spirits, guys. You're consuming spirits. I've got so many comments on Patreon. I don't think they're going to be happy with the horse not winning, but I did say winning the national is like next to impossible unless you're purely lucky. Oh, you know what was involved. Oh, Nicole Cohen wearing an orange and purple. I want to say to my patrons, if you're listening, I truly love and respect each and every one of you, not for supporting me financially. That's part of it. That's one small aspect of it. But the comments you leave me truly inspire me, man, every day. And there's more and more people now leaving comments, which are like, wow. Somebody's talking about the Masters now. Again, it's called the Masters, guys. And when you think about the Masters, the Master Masons, golf is so incredibly rigged. Like, just check out the poses of all these golfers as well. '41st race. I can't believe this is the thing sometimes with this knowledge when you're decoding sports. I kept raving on about how big number 41 was in my code. 41, 41, 41. And the horse that won the national, it was the 41st race. It's like, give me a break, man. Like, I'll always get the numbers at play. Number 8. Not the only. Sorry, guys. Trying to respond. I get lots of comments, lots of messages. Try my best to respond to every single person. World War III sponsored by Applebee's, and people still continue watching the news. The news, eh? Just actors. Anything on the TV is a show, including the news, which people believe is real. Because, oh my God, 41st like. The national winner wins it in the 41st race. The news at this point, if I was to watch it now, I would just laugh. It would be like watching Anchorman. Whereas other people watch it and on the edge of the sea, oh, did you see what's going on in Russia? Oh, did you see the innocent lives being taken in Russia? No, I didn't. I saw a movie scene being presented to me on the screen with a headline at the bottom, with an actor telling me what's happening. Again, with these wars, right? This kid that I've just started teaching, amazing girl, she was talking about the news, that it's all actors. I couldn't believe it. I didn't do anything. She doesn't know who I am, the illusion. I didn't bring up anything with this girl. She was talking about the news being fake. And she said, Adam, if there is a world war going on, because she's very fancy, if there is a world war going on, why do they have people giving interviews in the middle of the war zone? I'm like, that's a good question. If it's so dangerous, why they casually stood there with a microphone and camera crews behind them? And there's a war supposedly going on like a minute behind them with people getting shot. And they're just casually there. Well, we're here in the Ukraine and people are dying. As you can see behind me here, there's a war taking place. People are dying. It's like, wait, you seem pretty calm, mate. To be in a war zone. Joke. 24 watching, 32 likes. I got 42 likes now, which is nice. I reckon magic was used to build the pyramids. They are still standing more. I do as well. Man didn't build the pyramid. I don't believe man built those perfect pyramids at all. Or they were either here before humans came. I've read that. Things like that were here before humans came to this realm. Again, maybe what if we are all angels? What if all of us are angels, fallen angels, all of us? And we're here and we've got to ascend back to heaven through our consciousness. Or maybe we were brought here to make this planet better. But it doesn't feel that way on occasions, does it? I do feel like we're living in a game right now. And it's on us to dictate how we want it to end. Not the Jesuits. Cheers, Peter. Peter's just left the comment. And I was talking about how the mainstream media, professional sports, the government, the wrestling industry, they're really pushing mental health. It's all by intention. The more you discuss it, the more you talk about negativity, the more it makes people suffer from mental health. That's why all these celebrities are coming out with mental health. If celebrities have problems with their health, then obviously you must have. Take some tablets. That's what it is. Okay? It is important to look after your mental health, for sure. And you can do that by exercising, by eating well, by doing the things that bring you joy. But they're really pushing mental health, aren't they? They're pushing mental health, women's rights, equality, racial equality, the whole transgender movement. It's all by design. It's all by design. And if it was organic, I'd have no problem, but it's all by design. We've just had the first openly trans actor in Disney. Did you read about that? Talisa Garcia becomes first openly trans actor cast by Disney. Notice how they had to say first openly. Look out for those words. The first openly actor from Disney. Disney, guys, I've told you, Walt Disney was a master mason. Okay? And I did a video that Walt Disney actually played the role of Hitler. And you know, Disney have a club called Club 33, which comprises of a number of private dining clubs at Disneyland, at Disney parks. It's called Club 33. The highest rank of Freemason is 33. People worship Disney without seeing the subliminal images in Disney. Is it entertaining? Yes. But Satan's very good at entertaining us and distracting us. He's the master of deception. Is the master of deception. What else have we got? I'm still going, guys. 2 hours, 15 minutes. It's almost midday. Getting a bit hungry. What should I have for lunch? Any inspiration, guys? Where should I go for lunch? I'm spending a lot of money on eating out at the moment, if I'm honest with you. Celtic 7-0 in the last match. I said Celtic would win that to get to 82 points. Like I said, that they would beat Rangers. When did World War II begin? Oh, World War One, actually. Let me just check something. World War One began 28/7, and I told you in the 13-month calendar, it's 13 months of 28 days, 7 days in a week. World War One began 28/7, and it ends 11/11. Ended 11/11. Let me just check something. So Elizabeth and Philip got their third vaccination January the 9th, 2021. And when did World War One begin? I think I found a crazy sync here. July the 28th. And obviously World War One began 1914, didn't it? 106 years ago. Or was it 107 years ago? 107 years ago. Wow, the 28th prime. World War One began 107 years ago, the 28th prime, the perfect number. Are you kidding me? World War One began on a day leaving 156 days left in the year, and 9/11 is the 156th prime. And Queen Elizabeth was born on the 111th day of the year, and 9/11 leaves 111 days left in the year. World War One, guys, is all by the numbers. Completely by the numbers. They're behind all of these wars. Sick, man. So it ended November the 11th, which is why we have Remembrance Day on 11/11. It was 1918, wasn't it? 4 years. Surprised it wasn't 3 years, the war, if I'm honest with you. Surprised it wasn't. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, these wars have been orchestrated all by the numbers. World War III officially began, I guess, 2/24. Gianna and Kobe's numbers, 2 and 24. So 11/11 leaves 50 days left in the year. Of course it does, the satanic number. Oh, wow, I've just seen something. What? Oh, wow, this is good for my master's code. For Scotty to win. So today's April the 9th. It's the 1-year anniversary of Prince Philip's death, the vampire. And from today's date to Remembrance Day, 11/11/2022, guys, is 216 days. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. Your boy Scotty was born 21/6, the 21st of June. So another sync for him to win. Are they still playing now? I don't watch the sports. Let me check the golf. Where's golf? Here it is. I know a lot of people bet on the Masters. They bet a lot of money. All right, it's not even started yet. So that's another 2-1 sync for Scotty. Scheffler, however you pronounce his name. Remember to your Miles when hitting your paper trick shot. And yeah, Miles Garrett, it's Kobe. Drink positive. A nice lobster with chips, a fish and chips, baby. It's hard to find a good fish and chips here. Although I did have a fish burger yesterday with a bit of tartar sauce, baby. And I had sushi yesterday. I had a lot of fish yesterday, actually. So when these soldiers go to war, who are they killing? Innocent people. And I don't think many of them, there's deaths. War does lead to death, but not what they tell you. You really think 6 million Jews were sent to a gas chamber, mate? 6 million? When you learn the number 6 and how much they love that number. Innocent people do die in wars. It's innocent people killing other innocent people. But I don't think there's as many deaths as they portray in the media. But again, they want people to die. People go there because they're indoctrinated. Soldiers are indoctrinated. They think they're fighting for freedom when they're not. That's the reality, they're not. What's this? Genesis 1:26. I looked into it because 1:26 is when Kobe died. Synced to everything. Then God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. I think that's beautiful. And perhaps more than any other characteristic, this sacred likeness is what makes us human, why we are connected. I discussed how there's 6 main characteristics of humans. You've got the brain, the central nervous system, language, humanity, rationality, and a conscience. Sorry. We care too much, don't we, though, about biological survival, which we need. We need water, food, sex, I guess. I'm not even going to say healthcare. What do you think they did back in the day, guys? What do you think they did back in the day without hospitals when somebody broke their leg? You know, what do you think? How did they repair that? Do you think they naturally just recovered? Because we believe that we need hospitals, we need chemo, we need this, we need that. How do you think they actually... I believe centuries ago, they lived a lot longer than we do. I think they lived twice as long as we did. What the average person dies in the mid-70s in the West. I bet they were living to 150. Because they were breathing in the right air, eating the proper foods, didn't have the stress of the 9 till 5, wasn't getting indoctrinated by the media. I bet they lived a lot longer. People say that, no, we live right now is the best time to be living. I think it could maybe be the worst. I did a video, mate, about the 1666 Act, where we lost at sea, where we basically, the Walking Dead, that we're legally dead. I did a really good video about that. It's pretty recent if you want to check it out. And the only way you can get your rights back is by basically saying you're a son of God. Don't play along with their beast system. Man United lost 1-0, mate. I discussed it. It was a 10 ritual, which is connected to Satan. That's why they're called the Red Devils. I went through that. Again, I've lost a bit of passion talking about pro sports. There's bigger things than pro sports. They are a distraction, even me talking about them, I guess. More and more people are coming to me and saying, your content's incredible, but I don't watch the sports videos because I don't care about sport. And I'm starting to get more and more impatient with doing them. I think I've proven my point at this point that sports are corrupt or the outcomes are predetermined. I've called so many futures, so many daily picks perfectly. I've proven that there's definitely something to gematria with the sports, but I'm trying to ascend right now. And I've said all along, the only thing I don't like about my Patreon is having to put out sports picks every day. You're having to deal with the negative energy if they miss. And I know how important energy is. Any more thoughts or info on it? I did make the video I did on it. I spent so long doing it. Do you want me to try and find it for you, bro? My eyes are hurting. Wait, my eyes just started hurting. Oh man, that was painful. It's not good to be staring at a screen. Let me try and find the video just for you. Thoughts on City Liverpool? I do not believe City win that game. You can get Liverpool double chance. There's actually a riddle for the game to finish 2-2, connected to the Titanic. And my mate Rambo sent me this, although I have said I don't think Liverpool lose. I might post this later on today. So he knows I'm really good at decoding sports in general. He thinks it's going to be 2-2. So we know the game's on April the 10th. And what happened on April the 10th? We're told the Titanic sank when it never did.
So you've got that. And where did it set off from? Did it set off from Liverpool, the Titanic? I thought it was Southampton, but it's telling me it's Liverpool. And it set off at 2:20. Like the score could be 2-2. And then it connects to the Hillsborough disaster, which sank on April the 15th, the same day as the Hillsborough disaster. The Titanic set off the 10th. It didn't sink. It sank on the 15th. 154, like ritual sacrifice. So there's some good numbers for a draw. If it is a draw, it's going to keep it tight. Oh, it was built in Liverpool. Okay, it was built in Liverpool. Yeah, you're right. Built in Liverpool, and it set off from Southampton. That probably explains why so many Southampton players signed for Liverpool. Van Dijk, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Nathaniel Klein, Danny Ings, Vicky Lambert. So the Southampton-Liverpool connection's all about the Titanic, baby. I was always trying to figure that out. Titanic built in Liverpool, set off from Southampton. It would have made more sense to be built in Southampton and set off from Liverpool with the storyline of Southampton and Liverpool. But Adam Lallana, another one. Was it Southampton and Liverpool? So I'll look into that game. I think your safest bet is double chance, which means you can get Liverpool even money, double your money, if they don't lose. And then if they draw, this is interesting. I've seen something for a draw right now in this game. If Man City draw, they'll have 5 draws and 3 losses. Queen was coronated 53. Okay? Man City got 74 points, which all connects with Independence Day, with the gematria of Masonic and Lucifer. 7's the 4th prime. They're going 74 points. Liverpool can go on 73 points. Queen gets you 73. She was married to Prince Philip for 73 years. And if they draw, they'll have 22 wins and 7 draws. 227's the 49th prime. Prince Philip died on 4-9. 22 divided by 7 is 3.14, which is pi. And 314 is the 73rd day of the year. I believe the game tomorrow will be a draw. But I think your safest bet is Liverpool double chance, because they could win that and stay on 6 draws and 2 losses. And the Queen was coronated on June the 2nd, 6-2, and Queen in gematria is 62. To go in with the 2-all draw, if it finishes 2-2 tomorrow, in connection with the Titanic, Liverpool will stay on 22 wins in the Premier League this season. So I'm leaning the draw, guys, for that game. If Man City win, they'll have a 4-point lead. And who have they got left? So they've got to play Wolves. They've got to play Brighton, Watford, Leeds, Newcastle. Yeah, Man City have a really easy schedule. If they beat Liverpool, it's probably done. I don't think they're going to want to do that. I know Man City's next game in the Champions League is against Atletico. It's going to be on April the 13th, the anniversary of Kobe Bryant retiring. I'm sure there's something with Kobe there. I think both score, yeah. 2-2 looks like the scoreline. But again, guys, I'm good at what I do, but I get things wrong. I presented the numbers. It's what seems right. Let me check the history, guys. I'm getting starving. Liverpool all-time record versus Man City. Let's see the all-time record between these teams. I usually find something interesting with this. And guys, if you're on my Patreon, I'll look into posting the code later today. Oh my goodness. Guys, if it's a draw, it's going to be the 56th draw all time. 56. Super Bowl 56 was all about the Queen and the Pope and Kobe. So it'd be the 56 all-time draw. Man City stay on 58 wins. Freemasonry's 58 in Gematria. So is Pope Francis. So is Kobe Bryant. All right, when did they last play? When did these teams last play? You got the red versus blue guys, which is like Democrat and Republican. Wait, the last time they played it was 2-2 as well. Are you fucking with me? Guys, the last time they played it finished 2-2. Are they really going to have two? They died. That was funny. So when was that game that finished 2-2? The 3rd of October. That can be seen as 103, the 27th prime. Brady won his Super Bowl on 2-7. Let me check the date duration. 10-3. When did they play each other? Fuck's sake, are you kidding me? Guys, this has to be about the Pope and the Queen. They last played 26 weeks and 6 days ago. And Pope Francis is the 266th Pope. Prince Philip died on a day, leaving 266 days left in the year. Kobe Bryant was drafted the 26th of June, 26-6. It makes complete sense for this game to be a draw. If Man City win 5-0 or something, I'll just piss my pants. Like, sorry, my bad. I'll be shocked if Man City win this game. It's 266, the span, mate. It's 266 from when they last played. 26 weeks and 6 days, which is 188 days, and Bavarian Illuminati gets you 188 in Gematria. So there's my little tip for you. I think the safest bet is getting on Liverpool double chance. Yeah, I would say that. I'm just trying to see if I can notice anything else. Well, that's interesting. I said if it's a draw, it'll be the 56 all-time draw. Super Bowl 56 was just won by the LA Rams. And they're now 2-3 in Super Bowls, and they won Super Bowl 56 with 23 points. And Man City can stay on 23 wins if they don't beat Liverpool. I don't think they're going to give City a 4-point lead. That would mean they'd have to drop points in minimum of 2 games for Liverpool to win it. And I do think Liverpool win the league. Yeah, the Aguero goal was a joke. It took so much of my energy. I was a diehard Man United fan. That goal crushed me for like a week. It's things like that why I do what I do. So last year, Man City beat Liverpool. Oh, do you remember that when Man City beat Liverpool 4-1 at Anfield? The day of the Super Bowl? The Nazi Gundogan starred in that, and he missed a penalty like a field goal. LeBron James has stakes with Liverpool. Yeah, I bet you got goosebumps. It's energy harvesting, the Aguero goal. It finished 3-2, a winning goal by an Argentinian. Argentina's flag has 32 rays, like the Society of Jesus' logo. Aguero's related to Maradona. And Messi is Aguero's son's godfather. They're all connected, these people. These inverts, these sickos. Aguero's celebration, this, all the time. Aguero would always do that when he scored. Again, learn about symbolism. You won't be respecting these false idols. Remember, Aguero's first goal for Atletico Madrid was with his hand, which is connected to Maradona's hand of God. Messi scored a hand of God for Barcelona. It's mocking Jesus, what they do. The hand of God. Satan's work, why those players got those goals. Deeney's goal, yeah, I don't know how it's being done. You on about the Deeney goal against Leicester, where they got to the playoff final, missed a penalty. Leicester, the guy who won the penalty dived for it, missed it. Almunia saves it, palms it out, they ping it up. I don't know who to. Was it Forestieri or something? I can't remember. Ping it back. The guy heads it back. Troy Deeney bangs it in. And who was coaching them? I'm pretty sure it was an Italian. All roads lead to Rome. Troy Deeney. He's sold his soul, this guy, for sure. Miles Troy Deeney is his son, who's 13. His son called Miles, like Miles Garrett. Yeah, he came from nowhere, Deeney, didn't he? He definitely sold his soul, Troy Deeney. I think he came from non-league. Like Vardy sold his soul, guys. You don't go from like the 8th team. Think about Manchester United. I think Fergie was a Scottish right Mason and a wizard, a warlock, whatever they are. But yeah, Man United dominated, and then now they can't do shit, can they? Yeah, Wendy, there's absolutely so much to learn. There's so much to learn. It's never ending, which is beautiful. You'll never run out of things to learn. It's the whole purpose of life. To learn, to grow, to ascend. Well, I should call it a day. I need to get changed, probably hop in the shower. Yeah, Fergie time. Exactly. He'd always point to his watch. I told you these Jesuits, Masons are obsessed with time. Fergie time, the theatre of dreams, when magic happened. Won the treble in 1999, flipped those nines upside down, it's 666. Again, this big magic, this is not just players. That goal from Solskjaer is not something they planned in training. You needed Beckham to perfectly ping it to Sheringham, to perfectly flick it to Solskjaer, to perfectly flick it in the top corner. It's not organic, though. There's somewhere in the middle where there's a code being used. Some players know, others don't. And I think that's how they fuck with us. Most of the answers are in the grey. People like, do you think that all the players know? No, I don't think all the players know. I think some of them do. The top ones, the high-ranking ones, the ones from Masonic bloodlines or Illuminati bloodlines, or the ones that have truly sold their souls and possessed. But they don't all know. Bottle of tequila and fish and chips. I can't drink tequila, brother, unless it's a margarita. There's nowhere to get good fish and chips here. Some half-decent fish and chip places, but I need my curry sauce, guys, when it comes to fish and chips. I need my curry sauce. Yeah, Fergie was probably a Grand Mason, big chief. So you get a lot of Scottish coaches really successful. Bill Shankly, Fergie. You say David Moyes has done pretty well. He's had a decent career, hasn't he? Doing well now. Dwayne Haskins' death. I don't even know who that is. Quarterback. When did he die? Has he died today? He got hit by a dump truck. What? Dwayne Haskins, 24, dies after being hit by a car. Heisman Trophy finalist at Ohio State. And back up with the Steelers. Died on Saturday after being struck on a Florida highway. What's he doing on a Florida highway? Who walks on a highway? Again, did he really die that way? Did he really die? I don't know. But what's he doing cruising around the highway? I'm still here. I can't believe I'm still here. Dwayne Haskins. Let me see when he was born. Wow, of course, 5'3". When the Queen was coronated, 53. This will be connected to the Queen. Rushing yards, 147 yards. Prince Philip, 147. Everything right now for me is connected to the royal family, because that Queen's going soon, guys. She's going in 5 weeks or so. All right, so let's see how many days he died before his birthday. Where is it? So he died 4/9, obviously on the anniversary of Philip's death. And he was born 5'3". The Queen was coronated in 53. Let's have a look. Are you fucking kidding me? What? Guys, the 24-year-old died 24 days before his birthday. A 24-year-old died 24 days before his birthday, and I'm pretty sure 24 days is 3 weeks and 3 days, like 33. So what's the 24? I hope that 24 is not for Man City to get the 24th win in the league. That'll piss me off. That'll annoy me. No, I'm going to stick with the draw in that game. So yeah, 24-year-old dies 24 days before his birthday. Five, 3. Wow. What is this world we're living in? What is it? Just his recent birthday was 5/3/2021. I'm pretty sure if you add up those numbers, you get 49, and he just died on 4/9. 5 + 3 + 20 + 21. Yeah, that's 49. So his recent birthday was 49 date numerology, and he just died on 4/9. At age 24, 24 days before his birthday. Zach's already covered it. Again, with these type of things, it's so easy. What more can we say? But did he die? If he did, was it organic? Was it Satan? Was it a lie? Like, this guy dying, is it really taking our energy? No, I didn't even know who he was. So it's not energy harvesting this death. It's not going to be spread all around the news like Kobe. So maybe your number's up. Maybe his number was up to fulfill a ritual, which is connected to the Queen with the 53. So somebody said Zach covered it, Agent D. Did he connect it to the Queen? Or something else? Again, you know I'm here now. I'm live. Someone said, oh, you're taking Zach's work about this quarterback. Is he talking about... Full died 9/4. Yeah, we can move it in 4/9, mate. April the 9th. Depends where you are in the world. 4/9 and the 94, same thing. They have the same energy. 4 + 3. 4 + 9. Obviously, gets you 13, like there's 13 Illuminati bloodlines. One of the reasons he died. 49's connected to 7. 7 times 7's 49. That's why Brady was born in 77. And he retired, didn't he? 22 seasons, 7 rings, 227, the 49th prime. 7 times 7, 49. He was born in 77. Spots the 49ers. Again, Dot from EastEnders. Yeah, but how old was Dot? Again, when you decode deaths of people who die in like the 80s, people just dismiss it, even if it is all by a code. 72, today's date, 72 date numerology. Pope Francis became the Pope the 72nd day of 2013. Jesuit order 72, 7 + 2 gets you 9. The rapper Little Pump's dad died. I don't really want to talk too much about death. Again, they put a lot of death in the media, which is just negative. I want to talk about people who are impacting us positively. I want to talk about life. So I don't really like decoding death, even though it's pretty easy. Spurs are winning 4-0, are they? Son, hat-trick. That guy, man, I hate his celebrations where he covers one eye. He's another guy who's always smiling and happy. And what's going on, guys, with number 7 today? Is Son, isn't Son number 7? Or has he changed his number? I don't watch it anymore. Is Son number 7, anybody? I'll check it myself. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm pretty sure it's number 2, but they changed jersey numbers. Son. Yeah, it's number 7 for Spurs and for South Korea. So number 7's just got a hat-trick. Son. I wonder if it's connected to the sun or the Son of God, and I don't know. July the 8th. 7/8. Just going to check his birthday. Why he's done so well today. "12 weeks and 6 days before his birthday, 126. Son scores a hat-trick. 12 weeks and 6 days before his birthday. How often do I go on about 126? Yeah, I just checked. His number is 7. And he just got a hat-trick. The Grand National winner has got their 7th win in their 41st race. Yeah, I remember Ji-Sung Park. Like, he was a very mediocre footballer, but Man United loved him. Jason Park, he can't half get himself around the field. Well, he's an athlete. He should be able to run around the field. He got a few important goals, but again, he sold his soul. And I think the whole thing with him was to get fan base to Man United. It's what they do. That's why they got Kagawa, Park Ji-sung, because they want this energy being extracted all over. Man United is one of the most supported teams all over the world. The Red Devils. Demonic energy just being spread, all by intention. It's like whoever played for Man United seemed good. You think they're good because they won so many trophies, but how many times do I have to bring up the Neville brothers? How many times do I have to bring up John O'Shea, Wes Brown? These players who won every trophy imaginable, they wasn't good players. There wasn't. Gary Pallister, Steve Bruce, barely move, both of them. Harry Maguire, I know he's not won many trophies, but he's horse shit. So yeah, if you win trophies, it means you're good. That's not how it works if it's all rigged when you really watch. I think some of the best players in the world have never made it at a really high level for whatever reason. What number did this guy wear? Haskins. Fuck off. He wore number 7 for Washington. Guys, what is going on with 7? This guy wore number 7. I'm seeing images with 7 everywhere. I think he was number 3 for Pittsburgh, 7 for Washington. That's 73, guys, like how Philip was married to Elizabeth for 73 years. This is a joke. His death's connected to the Queen and Philip, which is practically everything right now. All right. Give you a lot of my energy this morning on my day off. Literally the only day off I pretty much have. But it was worth it. Thanks for supporting my work. I'll keep doing what I'm doing for as long as I can do it. I told you I can only go live maybe once or twice a week now with my schedule. But I hope this live inspired you to grow and help others grow. That's why I did it. Okay? Much love to each and every one of you. Take care. I'm going to hop in the shower, baby. Go get some lunch. And I'm just going to sit on the beach for a couple of hours. Take care, guys. Much love to each and every single one of you. Bye.